The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Horrible Gamers Podcast, show number 206, being recorded on June 2nd, 2018. I'm one of your hosts, Jesus Gonzalez, also known as Jesus Walks Out. Today, I'm joined by the crew from the Great White North, Ryan Gibson, Gib8777 is back. Welcome back, Ryan.
What's going on, everybody? Episode 206 of Horrible Gamers. Let's do this.
That's right. And from the West Coast, the best coast, my friend Henley Merrill, Gunning Chief, is back. Welcome back, Henley.
Hey, guys.
Hey,
how are ya?
Pretty good, pretty good. And
no gang signs this week,
yeah,
Gunny?
No gang signs
man. No, I quit. I'm out. I bounced out of there.
Okay. If you want to follow us, people, you always can over at __ Horrible Gamers on Twitter. You can always join our Facebook community, Horrible Gamers Podcast community on Facebook. We have a page as well where we go live every week. Like right now, we are live on Facebook. And if you want to email us the old-fashioned way, head on over to feedback@horriblegamers.com and email us there. That's our email address, feedback@horriblegamers.com. Type that into your email machine, and it'll go to us. It'll get to us eventually. And leave us a review on iTunes after the show, if you like it. If you don't like it or whatever, just do it. Leave a review. And Patreons real quick. Patreon.com/horriblegamers and support the show. You can do that by just heading over there and giving us money every month. Once a month, in the beginning of the month, your card of choice will be charged however much you want it to be charged. It could be $100, it could be $2, it could be $1, it could be $20. I don't know. It just happens. But you go over there and do it. Like my friend Jonathan Hall did. Alan Maybe, Joshua Wolf, Evan Tanaka, John Jerome, Adam Sunday, Clint Thiel, Dirty Bite, and Robbie Wheat. He's the newest Patreon member this month.
Oh, we got another one.
Thank you for becoming a Patreon, Robbie. We appreciate it. He's like, hey, guys, I love the show. I just haven't done this. He's like, but I wanted to do it, so he did, and it's awesome. Thank you for doing it. Appreciate it. Our intro song is done by Fowler and Twistex, and it's called The Breakout, and our outro song is done by Broke for Free, and it's called Night Owl. So check those songs out if you want to, or wherever you could find them, YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, wherever the hell they're at. Just find them. But let's talk about video games, guys, real quick. What we've been playing this week, and we're going to get into that. And starting off with me on the list here, I played some Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Ooh.
I went back to that game this week. I don't know, because every once in a while I get that I miss Star Wars as a game, and I want to play in that universe, I guess. So I launched it this week. And it's fun. Star Wars Battlefront 2 is a lot of fun. I mean, they revamped the entire progression system. It's way different now. You get these tokens that you unlock the cards with, but you only get a token every time you rank up. So you got to use them kind of wisely, and then you got to use the same tokens to upgrade the cards, because they have tiers on the cards. There's the gray tier, which is the bottom, green, then blue, then purple. But you have to reach a certain rank to be able to upgrade them to the blue and the purples. You have to be level 35 to get them into the blue. You have to be level 50 something to get them into the purple. So there's that. I was trying to figure that out because I was kind of confused about the progression system. But when I got into the menu there and I started messing around with it, I figured it out kind of pretty quickly. And then you can convert some of your currency that you win now into these unlock points. But it only lets you do so many at a time. You can only convert 10 points a day. You can only convert so much currency to get 10 points a day. And
so it's a daily challenge.
Yeah, so that applies to all the characters. So if I get 2 points with Darth Vader, That means I have 8 points to use on anybody else, and if I get like 2 points with like Luke Skywalker, and then I use 2 points on a stormtrooper, then I use 2 points like on the assault class, and 2 points in like the sniper class, I'll be done. You know what I mean? Like it's just that's how it works. Because I wanted to convert all my points because I have like 20,000 something credits, and I was like, I'm just gonna convert all the credits into points because you like it only charges you like 300 credits per point. So I was like, I'm gonna have all the points to unlock everything, and then it's like, no, you reach your limit. You can't convert any more
Destiny
points.
does something similar to that.
So there's that now, but the gameplay is fun, man. So lots of the game just holds up quite well. Actually, the multiplayer is a lot of fun. The modes are super cool. And just the setting and the vibe of that game is awesome. Like, Star Wars setting is so cool for a multiplayer shooting game. And I really like it a lot. And then, I kind of want to buy
You know what, Jesus? I bought that game to play with you and Jonathan and Gunny. And I've never fucking touched it. I think we've played maybe once or twice.
Really?
Yeah, I think the last time I played was with Wingman.
That's weird, man, because I really like the game. I like it a lot, and I've actually...
I do, too. It's fun. It's like...
And it's fast. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Like I was playing the assault mode where like it's 40 versus 40 or whatever, or 40 players all together. So yeah, that shit's cool, man. You call in there was some pretty cool matches where we were like on Starkiller base or whatever, and you're assaulting the base, and it was pretty cool how like towards the end of the match when we were inside the building, you just saw like all the heroes on our side like spawn. Everybody had like a fucking Jedi of some kind, and like some people had Finn, some people had like the different characters of the movies, right? The recent movies, the old movies, like Kylo Ren. And then on the dark side, the other side, they had Kylo Ren, Darth Maul, fucking Darth Vader. It was like all these fucking heroes were running into the room. You just see them just fucking each other up, killing everybody. I was like, this is insane, dude. It was fucking cool. And then you saw like people spawn in as like the special stormtroopers and like the upgraded like jetpack rebels and all that shit. Like it was pretty cool, man. It was awesome. I was like, this is some cool shit. But, unfortunately, that game was kind of shitty at launch due to the progression system. If that system would have been in place in the first place, this game would
But that's the thing, right? Like, it was just that system that screwed it because the game is actually really good.
It is.
The game is cool. It's really fun. But they put in this stupid thing that totally screwed themselves over.
Yeah, I totally agree. The game it's fun, man. It really is. As a Star Wars fan, and I love the gameplay is cool, and the graphics are incredible on that game, man. It looks like a fucking movie. It really does. Like you play certain scenes, certain areas, where the rain is hitting the armor and shit. Like it looks real. I'm like, fuck, this is insane. So. And I've seen gameplay on that thing like on 4K ultra settings on a PC, high-end PC, dude, and it's insane how good it looks on a high-end PC running at like ultra settings and shit. But that's the first game on my list this week. I have a few more. Real quick, I just want to mention City Skylines. I went back to that a little bit, and I went back to it. Just managing my city.
Playing that?
Still managing.
Are you blowing your city apart with natural disasters?
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to, at this point, I'm trying to, figure out what's going on in my city because I don't have enough, there's too many people that are dying all the time and too many people that are not being born and, not enough factories. My stores they don't have enough supply to, sell goods to people. And it's my bunkers have no food in them because there's not enough supplies in the store. So I'm this is all weird. And it never goes past 150,000 people. That's how many people I have in my city. It never gets up to 200,000 or anything like that. It just stays at that number. Then everybody starts dying eventually. And then people have kids again. And it kind of goes back up to 150,000. And then it stays there. People start dying again. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do, man.
I don't know what the max number of the population is. I've never actually checked to see can you get it up to 200,000-300,000? But yeah, with the bunkers and stuff, I think some things just happen on purpose. Yeah. I think they just do that just to say, hey, there's a problem. But it's not then it's okay, how do I fix that? I think it's just, it just happens. Just part of the game.
And
they say also to build, I think it's the heavy commercial stuff for the big grocery stores and goods and stuff. and that's how your trucks will bring those to the bunkers.
Well, I have a ton of those places, but they're all running out of goods to sell. So like that's the problem that I have. And I built a bunch of factories, but my people are too educated to want to work in a factory.
Yeah, well,
they just don't want to work in a factory. They just don't want to. They're like, no, fuck your factory. I'm like, okay.
Build more train industry.
I have like 4 train stops in my city that bring goods from other cities. And then I have 3 cargo hubs for like ships to come in. I have an airport, and there's still not enough goods. Like, what the fuck? You know, like, I don't know. It's dumb. Whatever. City Skylines. So that happened. Tsunami hit my city the other day. It was kind of lame because they would like only flood. Because it's like my city's like on a river. Really? Oh. So like the tsunami would kind of hit and only like flood the edge of the river. And I'm like, this is the lamest thing ever. Like, how is this even a disaster?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I want to see people dying and shit. Come on. Like, what the fuck's going on here? There's no destruction.
Sand bucket. We're going to have to rebuild.
Oh, things are flooding, guy. Oh, everything's scary. Like, this is stupid.
Wait for a meteor to hit your city. Then you'll be like, oh, fuck. I got to build all the roads.
That'd be awesome. I'm excited.
2,000 people died. Yeah.
So, there's that, guys. But, I don't want to talk about that anymore. But I have 3 more games on my list. But I'll let Brian go next because he has a big list, I think.
Not that big. I've only played a couple of games this week, but I've been continuing to play State of Decay 2.
I'd have to.
I actually haven't played a lot of it, but I played a little bit with you, Jesus, last week, and you helped me out with some of the issues that I was having with the game. I didn't realize I kept breaking down my rucksacks because I just wanted to grab the next one I could find. And I didn't realize that when you break them down, you're not getting resources for your thing, right? So that's when and Jesus was like, "What are you doing? You got to take those back." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, fuck." And then I started taking them back, and all of a sudden, I got food, I got everything I need. So that was my big mistake in that game.
And that's the same thing with the last one. And there's a lot of stuff that this game does not tell you, even with State of Decay 1.
Yeah, it just
doesn't tell you. You just have to either know it or read a guide.
Well, you have to read the how to play thing, which is like super long.
Yeah,
no one wants to read that, right? Like, no one wants to read that.
These days.
How to play. Like, who the fuck goes to the how to play in the menu? Like, no one wants to read this shit.
Nobody.
We want YouTube videos, man. Just explain to us what to do, and we'll get it.
That's where you go. But you know what? I'll say also with YouTube guides, something I haven't done in quite a while. Yeah. Like, I'll go there for certain places where I get stuck, but for the most part, like, no, I want to figure this stuff out on my own. Mm-hmm. And that's part of the fun, I think, with games like this.
Dude, guys, that's one of the games on my list, and I'm hooked on State of Decay, dude. I really am. I'm fucking, like, addicted to it. It's like a crack for me right now. I just have a lot of fun with it. I'm like, constantly upgrading my base. I got the biggest base now on the new map that I moved to. I got the baseball field now, so it's pretty big. I have a field hospital. I have a workshop level 3. I have a mechanic shop. I have a gun thing that like makes like ammo for you. You can like make any kind of ammo. You can just craft it out of your materials. So I have that now. I have like a bunch of beds. I have like a hydroponics thing. I have all kinds of shit, man. It's kind of crazy in my game. It's pretty like crazy.
Can you only make ammo out of what is it? Used gun parts, I think, is what you pick up, or are there other items?
No, when you get the warlord leader, he has a thing called like the gunsmith or something like that as his perk. Either gunsmith or gun workshop or some dumb shit like that. It's called something with guns, but you got to use a large slot for it, and only he has it, that perk available to build that building. But once you build it, you can craft any kind of material or any kind of ammo from materials. Like it'll use up one of your material icons. Like it'll use up one of the things from your material to make any kind of ammo. So you can make like 50 caliber bullets, like 357 rounds. And it'll tell you like if you're making 22 bullets, it'll give you 90 of them. But if you're making 357 rounds, it'll only give you like 60 of them. And if you're making like the 5.56 ammo, it's only going to give you 50 of them. Like so it's...
Yeah.
The bigger the caliber, the less you're going to get in ammo from crafting it, but at least you'll have some ammo for whatever gun you're using, right? And one other tip of advice that I found this week, actually, was talk to the traders that usually pop up and it'll be like, hey, there's a trader nearby. You should probably go check out what he wants or what he has for sale. And I did that the other day. I went to the trader and I had like a bunch of... I make sure I loaded up both of my characters that I was taking over there and my car with luxury goods. Like the toilet paper, the magazines, whatever the fuck. Like, just, you know how sometimes you pick something up and they'll say, like, this is a luxury item. You can just sell this for whatever.
Yes. Yeah. So I didn't know what to do. I have a little problem with that because you know how there'll be a pop-up. You'll be in the middle of doing something and it'll be like, hey, like you said, there's a trader nearby. And then that trader will come on the audio and be like, yeah, I'm over here if you want to do some trading. I got some goods. But you'll be like driving to a location or driving back from a location to your base and trying to avoid zombies at the same time. But here's my thing is when I go to the map, it'll be like, hey, how do you know where the fuck that person is? Because
you press back.
I have no idea.
Press the back button to open up your map. And when you press the back button, all your quests will pop up on the side on the menu. You just have to scroll through those quests. And you'll see something on the bottom on the bottom that's on the list that'll say like, these people are looking for traders or these people are looking for something to trade, and it'll have like a timer on them, like 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes.
Oh,
and that's when they're going to disappear. So you have to go to them before the timer runs out, or else you're never going to be able to trade with them until they show up. Yeah,
because I thought it said something about it. There's going to be the question mark. I'm like,
there's a question mark on the freaking map. And it'll pop up as a little black icon. It's a little black icon with like a little person standing there on the icon. That's all it is. So anyways, like I was saying, I drove to this trader that was like up in the north. My base was in the south. I drove all the way to the north. I get there, dude, and this dude was like a gun like expert. Like he was like a fucking warlord trader, I think, or something. Like he was like a gun trafficker or some shit, dude. Like it's crazy because like I was talking to him and he's like because I pulled up in my car and there's a zombie running towards us and he like pulls out this badass shotgun. He's like, boom, and just blows that thing away and like it's like made a loud ass noise. So all these zombies are coming from all around and he's just like, boom, 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 fucking blowing them all away. Dude, I'm like, holy shit, like what the fuck? And then sure enough, I look at his inventory, what he has for sale, and he had like a few med packs. But it was mostly weapons and ammunition, dude. And he had a prototype military assault rifle. That's what it was called. And it was like, this is a prototype rifle made by the U.S. military, by the military that, you can use if you buy it or whatever. The rifle cost like 5,000 influence points. It was insane how much it cost. Yeah. And then he had I bought two of the other rifles because he had cheaper rifles that were 1,000 influence each. But they were the 50 caliber rifles, like big ass 50 cal fucking sniper rifles. So I bought two of those, and I took them back to my base. But I had to you have to sell a lot of the things to get more influence because every time you're selling something, you get influence points. And so yeah, that's what I did. I sold him like a bunch of my mods for my facility and a bunch of I sold all my luxury goods, a bunch of backpacks to him, all the shit that I don't really need. I sold it all to him. And I was able to buy two of the 50 cal sniper rifles, which is fucking crazy because those things never break because they're bolt action. And another thing that I found out is bolt action rifles don't ever break, ever. Like they never damage, they never get broken. You can use them forever. The problem is the ammunition will run out eventually because 50 cal ammunition is super rare in the game to find. You cannot find it.
Yeah.
Like you have to.
I noticed you pick it up early on in the game, like a few rounds here and a few magazines there, but
it is so rare to find that kind of ammo. You'll mostly find 9mm ammo everywhere and like 22 caliber everywhere, but like 5.56, 7.62, and 50 cal rounds are expensive. They're expensive to make and they're expensive to find. Like you can't find them. And if a trader has them, he's selling them for a lot of money. Like, he'll want like 5 influence points per bullet. So like it's like this is a lot of points. But those things will take down the Juggernaut.
Yeah.
One headshot.
I like when the Juggernaut comes to the base, and then he kind of gets stuck on the slide.
On the door.
Between that and like the hospital.
Yeah.
Or like the infirmary, whatever that small thing is you build it for. He's like, and then your two survivors are just like beating the crap out of him with swords and bats, and I'm just like headshot, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that's a tip of advice for you, Ryan. If you if you're looking to buy 50 caliber rounds, go and talk to the traders. That's what you need.
Yeah.
That and revolvers, man. Revolvers never break. That is my go-to gun now. I don't even fuck with the other guns that are like handguns.
Like 9mm?
I don't mess with those. I only use revolvers, 357 and 22 revolvers, because those things never break. So you just get crafting ammo for them and always use them forever and ever. The only crappy part about the revolvers is they have a trade-off, right? You can use a revolver that never breaks, but the only attachment it takes is to make the gun louder. That's the only attachment it takes. It doesn't take a suppressor at all. Like, you just can't use them.
Weird.
So you have to basically use a revolver like super loud, but it's worth it because guns are usually the last resort, right? When you're fighting zombies, is the last thing you want to do is pull out a gun. But yeah, and in my current playthrough, I've destroyed a lot of the plague hearts. I've destroyed about 6 of them now, and there's 2 that I know that are still there. I'm gonna go destroy those. And I'm pretty sure after that, there's gonna be like 4 or 5 more left, and then I'll be done with the game. Like, the game will be done once you kill all the plague hearts. That's your campaign, pretty much. Your game will be done. So,
do you have to go through each person's story?
No. Once you kill the plague hearts, like, it'll say like this is the end mission for whatever kind of leader you have. Like, if you have a warlord, it'll be like, oh, these people are coming back to attack you. Go kill them. Or like if you have like a sheriff, it'll be like, you need to go save these people. That'll be your last mission, and then you're done with the game, pretty much. You can keep playing it. It's one of those games where, like, if you finish, keep playing until everybody dies or something, or you run out of resources, or you can just restart a new community, and you get to pick 3 people that are already all the way leveled up from your current community that you beat the campaign with. You can pick 3 people out of there that are leveled up all the way, and then they get, like, some kind of extra perks when you bring them into a new game plus.
Yeah, something about, like, less money you got to spend on resources, which I think is pretty cool for a second playthrough.
But I'm addicted to this game, guys. I really am.
New game plus.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm loving it. Even though all the bugs are there, which is still frustrating, the game is fun in general. So,
and I hear, just most of those bugs are multiplayer, because I haven't run into too many just playing single player this week.
Yeah, it's mostly multiplayer. Yeah, that's why I play offline most of the time. When you see me on there and you see that I'm offline, just send me a message if you want to play with me and be like, hey, can I play, or you want to join my game? And I'll join it, because the reason I'm offline is because of the bugs. That's it.
Yeah, it plays fine, single player.
Yep. Sorry we took over your thing, Ryan. But Decay 2 was like, it's a fun game. You
guys had more to say about it than I did anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
The game is fun, and I enjoyed going out and helping you, man. It was cool because I got like 2 resource crates out of that. Like,
oh, did you?
Big loot crates, yeah. Like, when I went back to my base, it's like, hey, you have 2 rewards for multiplayer. And I was like, rewards for multiplayer? And I was like, for helping out your friends or something. And I was like, you have 2 crates to open. They were called like military crates or something. Then there's like a big loot box on the screen that just like popped open. And it was like, you got like ammo, guns, pistols, like all this shit, like 10 different things for helping you. And then I opened another one and it had like 10 more different things for helping you.
Oh, nice.
So as for all those rucksacks that I was dropping inside your base, it's just like...
Yeah.
Because I remember every once in a while when I would do that in your game, it would like, a little thing will pop up that says, hey, you've gained a new multiplayer reward. I was like, a new multiplayer reward? Oh, what the fuck does that even mean?
Oh, so I guess that's what you should be doing when you're in someone else's game, right? Like, just grabbing rucksacks and taking them back.
Yeah, and helping them, I guess.
Helping out. Being a good...
And Eric helped me out quite a bit yesterday. Or I was Wednesday. He helped me out Wednesday. I was playing with him, and he was helping me out. But one thing that I recommend when you're playing co-op is have people that are in the game with you. When you're driving by a car, have them jump out of your car and take that car, so you could take multiple cars back to your base and park them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then you have more storage, too.
You have more cars. Yeah, you have more storage for your rucksacks, and that way they never get lost. You just put them in the trunk if you don't... Because sometimes you'll reach a point in the game, like I have, where I'll take something back to my base, and like it'll be like materials, and then like a little thing will pop up that says, your storage is like full, dude. Like, you're overfilling it, and some of these materials are just going to decay and break or something, because if you don't need them, you just have them in there. You don't fucking need them. You shouldn't really put more in here. So like, I always take a look at how much amount I have of shit in my base. Like, if I have too much meds, I won't deposit them into the base. I'll just put them in the trunk of a car. Or keep them on me, or drop the rucksack in the trunk of a car, because I know they never leave the trunk of the car, no matter what. They're just in the car. And then whenever I get low on it, I just go to the trunk and right trigger and boom, it's in your base, and hey, everybody's happy again. Morale is cheerful.
Yay.
So, yeah. But I gotta say, man, I had to kill my leader. I executed him, shot him. Right.
Yeah, you told me that the other day, and I was like, what?
Yeah,
because you execute him.
Well, I think he was the warlord. And like I said, warlord they only get like you can build a bunker with him, like on the large slot, because you have large slots, like medium, small slots or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, there's a warlord, there's a builder, there's a trader, and there's a sheriff, and they all have like different abilities they can build, like in the big slots. Like the trader can build a trading hub where like people show up at your base and trade more often with you, like special items. Like they'll have like 50 caliber rifles, and they'll even give you a discount on them. And like the sheriff has the field hospital and something else you can build, or he can build. And then like the warlord has the bunker and the gunsmith shop that I talked about. And then the other one has something else. The builder has like some kind of like materials, things he could build. Like it'll use less materials up on your base slower or whatever. Like you use up less resources slower because you got like this builder fucking thing or whatever. But anyways, I wanted the field hospital because I thought it sounded cool. And I was like, I can't build it. So I was like, how to get rid of my leader? It was like, oh, your leader is permanent. You can't get rid of him.
Traitor.
Unless you kill them. Or exile them. So what I did was...
just sent him out to get to die?
I put all his backpacks away. I put all his guns away. He had a knife on him, and I went out with him. I dismissed all my followers, went out. And in this playthrough, there's a lot of plague zombies everywhere. So, like, right in my parking lot in front of my base, there was a couple plague zombies. And I just like, hey, I'm over here. And, like, they all ran at me. And they're like, you're infected. You better watch your meter. And, like, I just stood there. And they're just like, rah, rah, fucking attacking me. And then it was like, you now have the plague. Be careful because your character can die. You should put him in the infirmary. Like, the game is telling me, like, you need to save your player. You know what I mean? I'm like, no, I don't. I went back into base. I stood in the middle of the base. And I switched over to the chick that I wanted to switch to make her leader. And I switched over to her. And all my characters in the base have guns on them and backpacks. So she had like a pistol on her. And then she walked up to the guy and she's like, hey, how you doing? And he's like, I'm not feeling so good. And then it's like exile, treat, or give the cure to, or like shit like that. It was like different options you can do. And I was like, execute. And she's like, I'm not going to let you turn into one of those things. And like, it goes in like a little cutscene type thing. And he like turns around. And he's like, I understand. And he like turned around. She put the gun up to the back of his head and just shot him like Rick Grimes style and shit. Just shot him in the back of the fucking head. Like, boom. Yeah. And he's just dead. He's like, and then it's like, morale went from like cheerful like to negative to like miserable or something like that. It wasn't even depressed. It was like miserable or something like that. I was like, holy
everybody
shit.
hates you.
Yeah, everybody was like, oh. And then I promoted her to leader right away. And I was like, yeah, new world. Yeah. That was cool.
Who says you could choose to be God, Jesus?
But hey, his gun shop that I built, like the gun shop to make ammo, is still there. It didn't disappear from the slot. It's a tip, guys. It's a tip.
So you got the shit you needed from when you killed him off.
And I feel bad because I literally sat there and thought about it, but I was like, he's so leveled up. All his stats were gold 5 stars. All of them.
Fuck.
But then I thought about it, I was like, all my character stats are gold 5 stars. This guy's just another person. Like 9 out of like one person in my base is a recruit, and even he's highly level. Why do I have to worry about like killing this guy? Like he's just a casualty of war. Like whatever, man. You're done. I don't need you anymore. Get out of here.
You're done.
Shit.
Wow.
That's the only way you can get rid of a leader is exile or he dies.
Okay, so that's from the field hospital, right?
Yep.
Nice.
So sacrifices had to be made, guys. But that's enough State of Decay 2 talk for me. What else have you been playing,
Gunny?
Or Gunny?
I did want to mention, because I did play a lot of State of Decay 2 this week.
Oh, shit.
And yeah, so I ran into, I want to say, I think it was the second Juggernaut that I killed. You know how it says, hey, there's like, are they the plague zombies, or there's like hordes, right? That'll show up on your screen, and that'll boost morale if you get rid of them. And one of the things I like is they don't just exactly, come and attack your base. They're kind of spread out a little bit. But again, I think within running distance of your base. So I went around and was like, okay, this one's closer. And it might have been like some screamers or just like some regular plague zombies or something. All right, go out and stealthily shoot them, right? So I start heading north a little bit, and I'm like, okay, there's one up on the hill, and it's like nighttime and it's dark. And I think I had a follower with me. And so I'm creeping up, right? And creeping up. And then I realized, like, I'm on the side of this hill, and it was a juggernaut. And I was like, oh, shit, and he sees me, too.
No,
so
fuck.
He's like, rah, and I'm like, what the hell? So I start running down the hill. He kicks me down the rest of the hill.
Oh,
and
fuck.
I pretty much had I ate the dirt, man. It was pretty hilarious.
Was all injured and shit, yeah.
Man, he was like flipping down the hill, and I'm like, holy crap. So I went down, and actually, luckily, I had my vehicle at the bottom of the hill, because that's where I parked to run up there. And so I get in the car, and then he starts coming down, starts pounding on my car, and I go up to where like these restrooms are, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to do like I did in State of Decay 1. I'll just start backing into him and do damage, instead of like going from the engine part. Because I think your vehicle has more like, more armor in the back or something, or you take less damage. So I'm like trying to back into him. That's not working out. And I realized I had 2 Molotov cocktails on me.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just like, I lit them on fire a couple times. And, I think I finally ran out of ammo. But yeah, those things take a while. And those are fun to kill, though, once you get them down.
Yeah, they're not that hard to kill, actually. What I've learned is you dodge them. Dodge them when they run at you, like, rah, they're running at you. Just press B to dodge real quick. Get behind them, smack them a few times with your crowbar or whatever. Wait for them to turn around and come at you again. Dodge them again. Keep smacking them once or twice when they're like standing there, because they take a minute to like reset themselves or some shit.
Yeah, like they go down on a knee or something.
Yeah, and then eventually they'll go down on one knee and you just like jump on their back and stab them in the neck or the head or something. So, God of War style.
Yeah, but by the time I was done, I was like, I had like a sliver of health. My car's beat to hell. It has no doors on it.
Yeah.
The engine's smoking. I'm like, great. Now I got to spend all this resources.
I have a badass van.
Up.
I have a badass van now that I upgraded to like an apocalypse van, and it's huge, dude. It's like one of the cargo vans, so it has like 10 slots in the trunk.
Oh, nice.
Literally has 10 slots.
I want to get that. I want to get that upgraded,
dude. And it has like metal doors and like metal on the top and the back. It looks like a Brinks truck almost. I'm just driving that to the apocalypse because it lasts forever. It's super fast, and the gas lasts forever. So like I'm using that all the time now.
That's cool. I'm getting further and further out into the map, and I did a couple missions, and those were pretty cool. I thought I was doing one of the missions you talked about last week, which was where, hey, there's a thief. There's a thief. You got to go talk to these people. You go to their house. They're like, yeah, we got robbed, man. And then it gives you the icon of where you need to go to talk to the thieves.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I don't think I like it very much is where you'll go inside a building, right? And they're just like hanging out in one of the old strip malls.
Yeah, whatever.
And there's like 2 of them, and you're like, okay, what do you want to do? Like, give me the meds and I'll let you go or something, or what you stole. And they're like, screw you, man. They just start like hitting you with axes and shooting you and stuff. And they're trying to do all the dodge maneuvers and stuff. And I'm trying to get them outside because that's where you can...
2 headshots, man. That's all you got to do.
Yeah. So eventually that's what I did. I'm like, all right, let me just get a beat on them and just, bam, take them out.
Yep. Headshots are like one-shot kills against humans. You just shoot them once in the head, boom, head explodes, and you're fine.
Yeah, but then you get zombies in the mix, and it just gets crazy.
Zombies aren't really a problem, man. You got to level your people up, bro.
Yeah. But, and the other thing, too, is, like, why can't I have more... Like, when I go to a location, right, I went to where this train was, and I think there was, like, 3 survivors. Mm-hmm. And, you can get the option to say, hey, we're enemies, or, hey, come to my base, right? Yeah. But you can only do 1 at a time.
Yeah.
Or is it 2 at a time?
No, it's 1. And once you do it, like, that group disbands.
Yeah, but then the other thing is, like, okay, why can't I tell the other people, like, hey, go... like you can't follow me like right this moment, but you can go kind of kick it at my house, and be part of my community.
Nah,
so no, you got to bring people back all the way to your house. Come all the way back, pick them up. It's like, yeah,
that's how it is, man. Like you have to, it's a weird thing like that, but I like the game. I think it's fun, and I'm having a blast with it. So
Yeah, I'm having just as much fun as I did in State of Decay 1.
Same here. Like, that's crazy. But yeah. Anything else?
No, back to you, Ryan.
Back to me. I have been playing a little game, and guys, this is the cool. I was really impressed with this game.
Okay.
And I know you guys are probably gonna laugh at me. You guys are really like, oh yeah, sure. But here's the thing. It has two of my favorite genres mixed into one game.
Pinball.
And
pinball. What else is Ryan's favorite genre? Come on, Gunny, help me out. I guess one of them.
I know, I'm trying to think of what it is. I know pinball. That was my first thought.
Okay, so it mixes pinball and 2D platforming.
Oh, lame.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
So this game is called Yoku's Island Express, and you're this little beetle that's pushing around a ball, and it looks like a pinball.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going through, and it's like a 2D kind of thing, and you'll be walking along pushing this little ball, and then all of a sudden you'll like roll down a hill, and there'll be a flipper. So you hit that flipper, and then it'll roll you up a ramp, and you're like trying to collect. It's like fruits and stuff like that, and that's what's used as currency in this world. Mm. Apparently, you are the new postmaster of this island, and you're trying to deliver mail to all the people on the island. And as you're walking through, it's a really kind of pretty 2D platformer, kind of like an Ori in the Blind Forest or something like that.
Yeah.
But you're this dung beetle. You can't jump or anything. All you can do is push the ball. And then when you get to, a flipper, it'll throw you up a ramp into a new section, and then you'll have to like walk around that section. Mm-hmm. And then you'll fall into like what's like a pinball table. There's like a bunch of these different like pinball tables set up in the world. So as you're going around, you're trying to solve these little puzzles that are in the pinball table. And then once you solve them, you'll get some sort of object that'll help you move on. So it also has like a bit of a Metroidvania feel where you're going back to sections and you're like, oh, I have this new ability, so now I can break this rock down, to get into this new area that I haven't seen yet. And I am addicted to this game. It is so much fun. I just started playing it this morning, and I was like, this is really cool.
What are you playing this on?
Xbox.
Xbox?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's on...
Metroidvania pinball.
Yeah, it's like...
That sounds cool.
It's like Metroidvania Sonic Spinball. Like, it's really weird. Like, it's hard to explain, but once you start playing it, you'll go, oh, I know what he was talking... I see what he's saying now. It's a cool game. It was $20 up here, so it's probably like $15 for you guys. But yeah, Gunny, check it out for sure. You'll have it now. I picked it up this morning, so you can try it out. But I've been having a lot of fun with it. It's Yoku's Island Express, so check it out. It's really fun, especially if you like pinball. You're gonna love this. It's really neat.
Yoku.
Sweet.
Island Express.
Yoku's Island Express, and it's on everything. I think it's on Switch. It's on PS4. It's on Steam.
Is it on those mega gaming PCs?
Yeah, I think those mega gaming PCs can play this little indie game. Does it run in
4K? 100? Does it run at 100 frames a second?
I bet you it does. I bet you it
Unlock. FPS.
Unlock that frame rate on PC.
Unlock frame rate? Oh, shit.
You go all out.
Oh, man.
Get a full fucking 260 frames per second.
Oh, fucking hey, man. That's crazy.
With your two fucking 1080 Ti's.
Blue lighting.
Overclocked.
Your 20 gigs of RAM.
Yeah. Your 64 gigs of RAM.
Oh shit!
You're going fucking crazy with your i9 processor. You can run it at whatever frames per second you want. But I've been told that we got to get off the PC guys.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Oh yeah. I was told too. Yeah. I got that post in the group. I was laughing.
Yeah.
Fucking PC. Gamers.
It's funny. It's funny because I have this PC here, and I've said this before. Like, I can run games at fucking a gazillion frames per second if I want, and I do when I play games here, and this is what I meant to say to Gunny. I did it in the comments, because Gunny was like, yeah, I can play this on my PC at 120 frames per second, 4K. Ooh. And I was like, yeah, but you still play all your games on fucking Xbox anyways.
Yeah, right. What is all my AAA titles? Yeah. Or I mean, even indies, you don't play it on Xbox. Yeah.
The majority of my gaming is done on Xbox, but I have this PC here
for indie games.
It's the interface. It's like it's just everything. Like I have to come back here and sit at my computer desk. Like I like it being. Maybe that actually might change when I move. So
yeah,
who knows?
Maybe
the PC might end up being in the living room anyway. So, and then I can actually see how well it runs at 4K because I'll be able to hook it up to the 4K TV.
But I like when I see a game like for example Fortnite. I'm like, man, this game looks just as good on PC as it does on my Xbox One X. It's the same thing.
Well, it'll run a little smoother on PC if you have the specs to do it, right?
Yeah, and I did have the whole mouse and keyboard out.
Everyone always says, "Oh, PC Master Race, I can run it out." Yeah, well, how much did you spend on your goddamn PC? What did you spend like $2,000, $3,000 on your gaming PC so that you can run games at 120 frames per second?
Get off the PC, hey guys! Get off the PC, hey guys!
Okay, sorry.
I'm the one that gets tagged on this shit, and I'm not even the one talking shit right now. What the fuck? It is the PC gamers that are talking shit about PC gaming right now. What's going on, guys? It's not how it works.
No, I'm not talking shit. That's the thing. The thing is,
just stating differences.
Yes, you can do that. Yes, you can do that if you have the money to do that.
Exactly.
Not everyone wants to build a PC. Not everyone wants to do that. I know you don't, Jesus.
I don't.
I mean, I did. I did. I wanted to, and I did it, and now I podcast from it. It's like,
and hey, really, you know what? I'm gonna just rub more, but I'm telling you on this one and just say I'm always looking at like the GTX 1070. Do I want to upgrade to the 1070? Do I want the 1080? What are the prices on that?
I think that's what PC gamers are really like. That's what they're calling is like upgrading shit all the time. I think all you guys are fucking tinkerers.
Get another 1060. Get another 1060 and slap that in there, and then just do SLI. Just fucking 2 cards and just run it that way.
I would,
but they have to be exactly the same. They have to be the same cards.
And I would do that, but I do have this compact computer case.
Ooh, well, you should have got the non-compact. You should have.
So you can only fit one. It's only one slot.
It only has one slot.
Yeah,
Gunny, you should have built your own goddamn PC. I don't know why you did that. You should have listened to me. I don't know why you bought some pre-built piece of crap.
I think because. Look at it this way, guys. I think I talked about this a long time ago. I'm just going to go off on a little rant here, okay?
Whoa, here we go.
I pretty much went the console way of PC gaming.
Yeah, exactly. He got up.
That's exactly what I did because it's everything's super tight in this little case. I mean, it's not. It's probably the smallest tower I've ever seen.
Big. It's still pretty big. It's not.
Well, I mean, it's sleek and but it's got its SSD.
I don't understand how you don't have those.
But you're only getting one slot each, and it the sides come off of it. So
that's just your motherboard, though.
Right.
Motherboard only has a slot for one video card.
Brink in the chat is asking how much did your pre-build cost?
The pre-built was, I think it was okay. So basically, with a standard Acer monitor,
keyboard, mouse,
and the case, keyboard, standard keyboard, mouse, all that shit.
All package all together.
I think it was 2,000.
Holy shit,
Gunny.
Dude,
but that was with taxes. Okay, then I got the mic, but you
that
was everything, Yeah.
You could have built for that?
It was like 1,800.
My computer was 1,800.
You're okay. Okay, and how is your computer more powerful than Gunny's computer, or is Gunny's computer more powerful?
A little bit. I think he has a better processor than I do.
Okay,
but I have a better video card, and I obviously have a better motherboard.
Right. Because I've got everything I have is like almost compact, right?
Right.
The video card is compact. There's always 2 versions of that, right? There's the longer one that's like the 6 gig, and I got the 4 gig. There's always these trade-offs.
You just went to like a website and just clicked buy a computer.
So again, I want to make it clear that I did buy the console version of PCs.
Where that's the motherboard I got,
plug and play style.
Okay.
That's my motherboard.
So yeah, I could have went with the big tower and went all custom.
You should have went all custom,
Went
bro.
to pickapart.com and
That's what you should have done. You should have went to partpicker.com and you should have just picked out the parts you wanted.
Brink just said, "Holy fuck!" In the chat.
And again, for any new listeners out there, the reason I didn't do that is because I didn't think I had probably the time. I think it would be a lot of the time that I didn't have. Right, to actually sit down and let me construct this.
But even if it would have taken you,
I mean, it's great.
A month
I think eventually
to build
I want
it.
to do that.
If it would have taken you a month to build it, you think
No way.
I don't know, and it wasn't.
I'm just saying, if time is the thing, right? Time is that much of a factor to you. It would have taken you a month, whatever. Like even at that point, still with $2,000, you could have built some crazy ass shit.
Yeah, listen, Gunny, it took me 2 hours. 2 hours to put my computer together. You're telling me you didn't have 2 hours? And it's really not that hard, man. Everything on your motherboard is labeled.
I've watched the YouTube videos, man.
It's USB 2, USB 3.
Plug and play, really.
Video card goes. This is where your power goes. It's really, really, really simple. It's not as hard as you think it is.
Yeah.
I know, and I've read all the comments, and I've heard from you guys, but I think it was more or less just, hey, here it is. You plug it in, and you play the game. So,
and you were supposed to get a 1070.
I know, and I did.
Got your computer.
Really fucked that up.
and it didn't work for some reason, and you sent it back, and they sent you a 1060, and you didn't say anything about it.
I don't think I realized it till after 3 weeks. I was like, wait a minute. I
would have been right on top of them. I would have been like, what the fuck?
And you know what? Because that video card they gave me was shit. It was garbage. It didn't. Yeah. It was defect. Anyway,
man.
Here we go off on a tangent.
Because
I'm just saying, it's like you send in a Cadillac and they give you back like a Cadillac with no emblems or some shit on it, like
no power windows. Yeah.
and Gunny,
window roll down.
And Gunny, what you should have done what I did. What I did was I went to the computer store right close to me, and I walked in there and I said, "This is what I want. Give me the pieces. Tell me the different things that I could buy and different price points." And tell me what's better about them and what's worth it, and let's fucking sit down and piece together what I need. And for the money that I had to spend, I put together this PC, right? This is what I got. Now, mind you, I bought two M.2 drives because my motherboard supported these M.2 drives, which are super fucking fast and really, really, really worth it. I don't think I would turn back now. That is awesome. Doesn't take up any space in your case. It's just a fucking boom, little spot on your motherboard that you slide this stick on, and it's boom, there you go, 500 gig of super fast memory. Right? Yeah. So I have two of those, and I bought a few other things that were a little more top end that I didn't need, but I put 32 gig of RAM in it, and I probably shouldn't have. I probably should have just stuck with 16, but I think it was the actual RAM that I bought was on sale, and it was in a package of 32. It wasn't like I bought two 16s or something like that.
32, that's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's overkill. Your computer's never going to use that much RAM.
But you're future-proofing a bit.
Yeah, but how far?
And you're not going to, you know what? And trust me, you'll notice, man. If you ever use 16, you're going to be like, why is it taking so long to load up? By the time it starts using 32 gig of RAM, I'm gonna need to build a new computer.
Exactly,
yeah. So, but anyways, let's get off the PC.
We got that off our chest. We had to do it.
And somehow I'll get tagged on the post when people are talking shit about this. Fucking Jesus is such a dick. That's what people are going to be saying.
Jesus is the only one that doesn't have a PC.
What the fuck? I'm the one that can talk shit mostly. You guys are over there talking all this shit. I don't get it. All I said was that a lot of PC gamers talk all these frame rates, and all I see them is play indie games. I don't know. But speaking of PC and games running well, PUBG, guys, I played that this week, and I had a lot of fun yesterday. Actually, I played a match on the Miramar map, the new desert map on the Xbox One, and it was a blast, dude. I was wearing earbuds, dude, literally these fucking things right here, they're plugged into my controller right now. Fucking skull candy little literally $10 earbuds, and it sounded amazing because it had the Dolby Atmos app. It sounded incredible, dude. It was like, it's like so loud. I was legit. I've never been in a game of PUBG where I was literally scared because I was driving down the road and my like big ass truck going down the road, and I had like
give your American flag.
And it was really cool. This match started off awesome for me because the first thing I saw on the ground when I come into a building, a SCAR. Second gun I see is an M4. Boom, I'm set for the fucking match. I'm like, yeah, an M4 and a SCAR. Like, the first two guns I run into were those two. And, like, I had a bunch of 5.56, a level 2 backpack. All I needed was 5.56, so I wasn't even picking up other ammo. I didn't even pick up a pistol. I'm like, 5.56, got my helmet, got my armor, got my fucking med packs. And I killed, like, 3 people on my way to the circle. Because, like, one guy, I heard him pull up to the house that I was at. And as I heard him pull up, I ran downstairs and I ran out the back door and I saw him jump over a fence and he was running towards the building that I was in because he saw my van parked right at the door. And I just shot him like, do. M4, dude, drops people so fast in that game. It's just like, dead. I was like, oh, yeah, I felt good. I was feeling good. And, yeah, man, so I ended the match. I think I was 6th place because finally when we were in the last circle, some guy literally ran right over me because I was laying down. And I stood up, I crouched, and he must have heard me because he turned around right away. And he shot me. But, dude, driving that fucking truck and on the with the fucking Dolby Atmos on the earbuds, dude, the gun, some guy was shooting at me from, like, a hill or a mountain or something. And all I heard was, and, like, I would hear, like, dink, like something hit my fucking truck, like the metal of the truck, like half a second later. And then I hear, and I was bang, and then like another bang on my fucking truck. I was like, "Oh fuck, this is scary, dude!" And it was intense. I love the Dolby Atmos. It's the most incredible thing ever to be able to use $10 earbuds and have incredible sound.
Yeah. And those, awesome. What do you think about those trucks? Those are pretty good, huh? On the Miramar map.
Yeah.
Not that I've played it, but.
They're awesome. I don't like the Volkswagen vans, but I get them. They have a lot of space in them for people. Like, you can put your whole squad in there, but they're really slow, but they work. They get you around. There's a lot more vehicles on the Miramar map than there is on the standard PUBG map. There's a bigger map, so there's a lot more vehicles now, and it runs pretty good. The game was running very well yesterday when I played, compared to the first time I played it last week when I said I glitched into the roof of a building or whatever. It didn't happen to me yesterday. I was just playing. I was having fun. And PUBG is still PUBG, man. Like, that game, it's a thing, right, where, like, you play it once and you're like, one more match. Just, maybe I'll win the next one. You know, like, I got 6th place. Maybe if I could just get into this next match, maybe I'll have good luck again and maybe I'll find more guns. And then you get in there and it runs good. But Brink wants me to compare it to H1Z1. And I got to say, H1Z1 in a way, man, it's better in a lot of ways. It doesn't have as many glitches as PUBG. Not nearly as many. Even though the graphics are a little bit less taxing than PUBG's. PUBG's is obviously more polished. It seems like it's actually like better textures and graphics in it. It looks like a modern game compared to H1Z1. It looks like a early PS3 game probably. You know, like,
yeah. Surprised you didn't play that again this week, Jesus.
And I really haven't, but comparing it to that, I mean, H1Z1 runs at 60 frames a second. And that alone makes a world of a difference, man.
All right, I got a question. If they...
Oh, here we go. Frames per second again. PC Master Race.
Oh, here. I can run this game at 200 frames on my PC.
Jesus, do you think if they took H1Z1 and kept all the core gameplay, circle, everything the same, but they totally like revamped, let's say, the graphics on console, on PC,
kill, dude.
Color, change the color in the palette and just made it more crisp. And do you think that would make a difference?
Dude, that game would kill PUBG. It totally would. I think it just...
Is it the art style? I mean, what is it that... I mean, it does...
The H1Z1 map, it doesn't seem bigger than the PUBG map. It just seems more like better laid out and thought out than the PUBG maps for some reason. The buildings seem to be more detailed with more floors, more rooms to hide in. The loot, there's not as much loot on the H1Z1 maps, but it makes the loot worth it when you actually find something good. You're like, I found something good. This is awesome. But like I said, the game looks like an old game. If they upgraded those graphics, though, man, it would be killer, especially for the PlayStation community. Because I know a lot of people don't like the Fortnite art style, and I don't blame them.
Right.
I don't kind of like it. You know what I mean? I don't get into that cartoony art style of like cartoony Overwatch shit. If I want to play that, I'll play Overwatch. You know, like, and it's crazy to me how that's happening. But yeah, compared to PUBG. PUBG is the nicer looking game, but it doesn't run as good as H1Z1. Not even close. Like I said, H1Z1 is steady 60 frames pretty much.
So Brink asked, what if H1Z1 ran at 30 frames per second like PUBG? Which game would be better?
That's a good question. That's kind of a tough question. I would say PUBG is better. It has more realistic guns, better gun handling. The leaning in PUBG, it makes a difference. Like, you know how you can lean in Rainbow Six? They have that in PUBG, you know, that makes a difference. You know, you lean out a window, you look out the window. PUBG just seems more tactical than H1Z1 in my opinion. I know people are not going to agree with that opinion because H1Z1, you know, you have to take a lot of skills and tactics into consideration. It's just, PUBG is the better game if it ran better on the consoles. Unfortunately, on consoles it's not.
What's the difference between H1Z1 and PUBG? Are there zombies on the map in H1Z1?
No.
Like, is there like... It's still just a battle royale.
It's just a battle royale, yeah. So in H1Z1, you don't spawn like you do in PUBG. In PUBG, you spawn on an airplane and you decide where to jump out. H1Z1 predetermines the area you're going to drop in. It just drops you automatically.
It just drops you automatically?
Yeah, somewhere random.
So,
and everybody, there's no plane.
Cool.
You're just dropping as soon as you start the game. I
was just thinking, I'm like, it would be cool in H1Z1 instead of like in PUBG when you die, you fucking you're gone, you start again, you start a new game, it's over. What if in H1Z1 you died and became a zombie?
And your goal was to like track people down and kill them.
When you're dead, you're trying to fucking troll everybody that's still alive.
Ooh, that'd be crazy, man.
And you're really hard to kill because you're a zombie and they have to get a headshot like fucking right in the head. Ooh. So like you could but you move slow or something like that, but you can get in their ways and you know what I mean?
Cool, dude. That'd be awesome. That'd be so awesome. I think that's a cool mechanic. See, like, and I feel like a lot of games need to start doing that in their battle royale modes. You know,
that's it.
Fortnite,
HGP H1Z1. It's the new mode.
HGP battle royale. Yeah. We're coming out with the game, guys. Kickstart us so we can make a new game. Find it on the Xbox ID program.
Why aren't we?
We're making our own battle royale. Get Cliffy B on the phone. We need him back.
Help us make this game. I want to say that early on that they did experiment on H1Z1 where it was almost like the same. I wouldn't say the same game, but the same. Well, yeah, it was the same game. They just split off. H1Z1 Survive basically went separate,
like its own thing, right?
Its own thing, right? Where before it was like, okay, that was just a game mode,
and that's like you all drop on a map and there's zombies and you're trying to survive, right? Like,
I think again it was
together,
predetermined.
You can fight each other, or
you have a base. Yeah. It's not very good.
But I guess
I couldn't figure it out.
The gameplay is fun on H1Z1, and the one thing I don't like is the PS4 controller for shooters. I don't like it. I just don't. It feels like a fucking like a preschool toy or something. That's what it feels like.
It's too light.
They have the Pro controller.
It is. I mean, it's cool that it's light, but it's like it's too light. Yeah, you're right. Like especially holding
it feels like so breakable. That's what I said about before the PS4 came out, and I got to go to Fan Expo and play with a PS4 controller. I said it felt like a piece of fucking plastic in my hands. It didn't. Yeah. It didn't feel sturdy, you know. And I'm used to playing on an Elite controller that's very sturdy and heavy. It has some weight to it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So it's really, I feel like if I played like pinball on my PS4, I'd probably snap that controller in half.
Yeah, but I got to say the controller, it is a quality controller. You know, it's an improved version of the last one, the DualShock 3 that they had for the PS3. Or was it the DualShock 4? I don't know which one it was. One of those. But yeah, like this is an improved version of it. It's just I much prefer the Xbox controller, and yeah, it doesn't feel right for shooters, in my opinion. Even though the triggers are improved, they're more shaped like a trigger now, but it's just, I don't know. I prefer the other ones. The triggers on the Xbox.
Aren't they? The Pro Controllers should be coming soon. I know they've been talking about it for over a year. They even showed prototypes a year ago. Isn't it Scuff that's going to make those for PS4?
Yes.
But I think it'll be PS4 branded, right? It'll be a Bluetooth, owned thing.
It'll be a PS4 controller.
It'll
be Sony approved, but it'll be made by Scuff.
Yeah. And that looks interesting because they have, like, the paddles are weird because they're, like, flat here on the back. Yeah. It just doesn't seem like a good fit or like a good positioning for them. You know what I mean? On the Xbox, it feels like a good position because they're on the bottom and you have your two fingers around the curve there, so you can use them. But on the Elite PS4 controller that they're making, it has them flat on the back. So like you're gonna have to move your index finger to use those, or your middle finger to use those. It's gonna be fucking weird, I think. It's just it looks funny to me, and it's $200. That's expensive as shit, dude.
Right, yeah,
like
that's
you thought the Elite controller was bad. Like, I'm not paying $200 for this. No way. I don't even know who would. Yeah. Who would? Like,
why wouldn't they just be straight up $150 like an Xbox controller? I don't understand.
Yeah, and it's because Scuff, I think, is owned by Microsoft.
Are they? I don't think so.
I think
they are. Think they are.
They just license that out.
I think they just made a deal with them to make the Elite controller.
Huh. Let me look it up.
Yeah, Scuff designed. That's all it is, right? An Xbox Pro controller. Yeah, but
anyways, we've gone off on a tangent here. What else have we been playing?
Anyways, one of my last games I played with PUBG. I played that. I played Rainbow Six Siege this week. That was my last game that I played. Rainbow Six Siege is good, guys. Well, I played a little bit of Sea of Thieves, but I'll talk about that with you in a bit, Ryan. Rainbow Six Siege is good. It's Rainbow Six.
It's Rainbow Six. It's still Rainbow Six. It's still what it was.
So good.
It's good. It's a good game.
Still good.
I haven't played Rainbow Six Siege by now. I don't know, what you're doing.
Yeah, you really. It's like such a good shooter on consoles, and more people should be playing that game because there's times where like it takes a bit to find a match, and I'm like, this is taking forever. Like, take a couple minutes, Like, I know it's a couple minutes and it doesn't sound like a long time, but it's like, this is a long time for gamers to sit there and look at a screen that says, searching for match. So, it's a long time. But anyways, Rainbow Six Siege is good, guys. It's just, that game is kind of weird now because they have so many versions of the game. They have the Ultimate Edition, the Mega Pack Edition, the Season 3 Edition, the Definitive Edition. They have like all these editions. Like now, even my tile on my Xbox home screen, you have tiles. I have it up there on the pins or whatever. Instead of like saying Rainbow Six Siege like it used to, it just have like the old logo or whatever. Now it's like Rainbow Six Siege Standard Edition is what it says. It looks like all hobo. I'm like, this is kind of lame, but
you need the Year 3 edition.
Yeah. So you need the Year 3 edition, the Year 3 Ultimate Gold edition or whatever it's called. Yeah. I'm like, whatever. I'm not gonna pay for that. I'm not paying for operators, dude.
I pay $100 in transaction fees, but I still have the standard edition.
Yeah, I'm so behind on the operators. There's like 10 new operators or more that I don't have, and I'm like, I don't even care. I'll just keep playing with my hobo operators. Whatever. It's cool. But I'm done.
Yeah. Hey, guys, I played a game.
Okay.
Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Ooh. Speaking of
I played with Alan. Maybe.
Oh, I saw
Snyder.
you. Yeah. Snyder.
Yeah.
Mirza.
So this is a good mode, the 4v4. I know I've talked about it before. And so, yeah, this time, the three of us, we went in, and I don't think Chris was there from ADO Radio. No, it was just the three of us. We went in and we played the 4v4, played a bunch of different maps, and we did okay. It was just a lot of fun going into, I think we were playing Elimination or, what was it? Basically, they're all the same, right?
Like
you just, pretty much deathmatch or whoever gets to, upload the satellite, information. Yeah. There's always an objective in the middle, right?
Oh, and you just
basically capture the point.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool. Like, it was a little glitchy on some of the maps, and I wasn't familiar with all of them. But finally, I was like, okay, cool. I reached level 5, level 6, and I got my drone. And you can get your drone up and spot enemies. And Other times, like I like how it'll even show you on the map where, like Alan was showing me, like, okay, you see the white dots or the yellow dots or whatever they are? That's where the person, like, they're kind of running or they're moving. So whenever you see that, the drone coming up, don't move. Just stay where you're at. Don't crouch. Don't.
Can you shoot the drones
probably
down?
Look around on your camera. Yeah, you can shoot the drone down too. But it's weird, like the way it shows on my screen, it'll actually show up like it'll display like, hey, here's a drone and it's in parentheses. So if it's too far away, don't even bother trying to shoot at it because immediately that drone will be like, yeah, I know exactly where you are.
I'll tag you.
So yeah, it's very tactical.
Speaking of drones and shit, you're making me miss the last Ghost Recon that released on the 360. Ghost Recon. What's it called? Was it called Future Soldier?
No, the last one. Yeah, it was like the last one they did on 360.
That was so good. Was fun. That was a true Ghost Recon game. I feel like this one wasn't a Ghost Recon game. That was a true Ghost Recon. Like you were doing like a legitimate mission on the campaign. You know, like every time you did something, there was a mission. You know, like you had a beginning and an ending to every single campaign mission. It was cool.
Right, very linear. Okay, I see the dog.
I loved how like when one of my favorite parts of that was like one of the missions was you had to go like to the slums of Brazil or something and like rescue some kind of guy that was going to help the CIA or something. So you go in there to rescue him. It's like diamond formation, and everybody gets around him, and you're like going down the alleyway, you know, protecting the dude so he doesn't get shot. And like there's people like fucking shooting at you from windows and shit. You're like, oh fuck, that shit was crazy. It was a cool game. That was a cool fucking game.
And I like how they do that with, like, for example, just like they do in Recon Wildlands, where you've got a heavy, it's not like you can exactly just do a headshot. Mm-hmm. So you're going to have to be really stealthy if you want to be, you know, if you don't want to set off any alarms and, you know, go in and, like, just, you know, take them out from behind.
Still talking about this game.
I know we started talking about Future Soldiers, but yeah, Wildlands 4v4.
Awesome.
Yeah, a lot of fun. It was cool. Like, it's very tactical. Like I said, I think it's 8 minutes. Is it 8 minutes? Forgive me if I'm wrong, Ellen, per match. So you've got a lot of time because, again, whoever can get to that relay station to, you know, either take that over or, again, display everybody on the map. They'll know exactly where you are, but you don't know where the enemy is. And you've got, you know, some of these are at night. Some of these are like in the forest, you know, like the deep Amazon forest or whatever in South America. So you're like, there's a lot of places to hide.
Yeah.
You've got night vision, but yeah.
Okay.
I had a blast, guys.
All right.
Good stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Got to play it, Jesus.
All right.
No, thank you.
The last game that I played was Sea of Thieves. I think you played it too, right, Jesus?
Yeah.
Did you do the new content?
It's lame.
Did you do it? Did you finish it?
I haven't finished it. I gave up on it. So I joined Mojo the other day. He was on the sloop. I was like, hey mate. I was like, I want to join you, man. He's like, all right. And then he leaves me. I gotta go, mate. I was like, oh fuck, okay. But
that happened to me too with Mojo. I joined him and I was like, yeah, let's go do this thing. And he was like, I gotta go. I'm leaving.
So like he at least took me to the outpost, and then he took me to where the guy was banging on the drums, and he left.
Yeah.
So I talked to the guy banging on the drums, and what I don't get is like, what I hate about this game is that it doesn't tell you what to do. Like it doesn't tell you like if you started it, or it just like plays a little song, and then he's like, something about my fucking legs, and fucking got in by a big shark, something. I'm banging on my drums. Go find it. Find my journal.
You know what?
I'm like, okay.
You know what? I played with Wolfie, and Wolfie like had done it a million times already.
Yeah.
So he was like, read it and try and figure it out. And I started reading it. I'm reading. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? I don't know what the hell. Let's just get on the boat. Let's go.
Yeah. Like,
I'm like, all right. I'm like, he's like, you're supposed to figure out the riddle. I'm like, I don't even know what the hell he's saying.
Yeah,
like,
it makes no sense.
What the hell's going on here? And then we go to the next place, and you pick up more stuff, and you're like reading more riddles, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
It's like Wolfie said to me, he was like, yeah, this one I didn't get. It took me a long time. I was banging my head against this one for a while. And then like I did a couple other missions, and then we got there was a skull fort, and we were like, it's close to us, so we were like, let's go see what's going on with the skull fort.
Yeah.
So we got distracted by the skull fort and went over there and started doing that, and we took out 2 sloops that were there. We were like, fuck you guys, this is our skull fort.
Yeah.
So we go in, we finish it, and just as we finish up the skull fort, I had to leave. I had to go pick up Kathy.
Damn.
So I was like, oh crap, I didn't get a chance to finish it. So I left. I come back after picking her up. I had my shit rubber banded, so I was spinning around in circles in the bottom of the boat. But it didn't work. My controller shut off and fucking screwed me over, and I got kicked out anyways. So I get back and I hop back in the party. I'm like, what happened, guys? What happened? They're like, fuck, we just lost everything to the Kraken. They were on the way back to the outpost, and the Kraken attacked them, and it was just the 2 of them left on the ship, so they fucking lost everything. And I was like, oh, that sucks so bad. I so wish I didn't have to leave.
Yeah.
I ended up getting off.
Dude, that game, I don't want to play it by myself. I've legitimately tried to get in there by myself, and it's so
Alan in the chat said he wants an invite
boring.
the next time you play.
Yeah, no, Alan, you're not getting in there.
Alan wants an
Not for
invite.
me, at least.
I don't know, Alan. Maybe I'll think about it.
You said his name, and then you said you'll think about it.
Yeah, I know.
Alan's going to sit on Kraken.
But
the depths of hell.
But I mean, it's just such a boring game. I wish instead of Decay would have got the budget Sea of Thieves got, because looking at the graphical art style and the game, how it runs, it's flawless. It's just the content. Yeah, it's just the content isn't there. And I'm like, it's such a shame the State of Decay team, Undead Labs. I know they're not a Microsoft first-party studio. They're just contracted by them. But still, man, if Microsoft would have really wanted a killer zombie game, they could have had it. They could have so had it. They just invested all the money into Sea of Thieves for a team that was making a great technical innovation, with the water and all that shit. Like, it was awesome. The graphics are beautiful, but it's just, it ain't no State of Decay in terms of gameplay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In terms of content, it's just a shame that the State of Decay team is like, you guys are the B team. You guys are not going to get as much money as this other team because they're our studio. You guys are just under contract, but we're going to market you in the beginning like a AAA game, and then all of a sudden we're going to switch gears and say you're not a AAA game. But it's like, come on, guys. You guys could have made like a killer zombie game if you would have just given them like the money and the assets to be able to like do motion capture. Let them borrow a Microsoft fucking studio for the motion capture. Just like, hey, man, can we do motion capture over here?
I don't know if that's really how, it would go down anyways. It's, they made the game that they wanted to make, Undead Labs. They made that game. Like, you can't blame Microsoft for it. It's Microsoft probably stood back and, stepped in every once in a while and said, hey, maybe you could do this or this to improve the game. And then they leave them be to do their thing. And this is what they came up with. So, like, you can't really blame Microsoft on it. It's not like,
I just think if they would have had a bigger budget, the game would have been so much better, just in terms of graphics.
Yeah, but if they had a bigger budget, they would have had to sell the game for full price. It
doesn't matter. It would have been on Game Pass. It would have been on Game Pass. It doesn't matter either way. You've had a game on Game Pass that was incredible.
But that's what I mean. It's having this game on Game Pass is a less of a bite for them than it is for Sea of Thieves, because Sea of Thieves is a full price game.
But it's still on Game Pass.
I get it. It's still on Game Pass, but if you buy it straight out, it's $60. Whereas if you buy State of Decay straight out, it's $30, right? So the money that they make on the opposite side of it, without Game Pass, don't even think about Game Pass, because there are people that just buy the game. They don't care about Game Pass. They don't want the games. They don't, they just buy the games that they want, and in that respect, they would lose more money, right? Whereas they could sell State of Decay for $30 because of the budget.
Still, though, they should have done.
And then
so
even
much
for
more.
the budget that they had, they made a decent game. Sure, they like you said, there's bugs in multiplayer, but multiplayer is always fucked up in like almost every game. You know, there's something fucking weird going on with multiplayer.
Yeah. I just, in a way, I feel like Microsoft is pushing unfinished, unpolished games for the sake of Game Pass. I think in a way they might be doing that. And I think they pushed out State of Decay 2 and Sea of Thieves early to be on Game Pass before E3. So they have something to show off at E3. Look, these are big games on Game Pass, and we have more coming. I just hope the same treatment doesn't apply to the AAA franchises like Halo, Gears, Fable. I hope they don't get the same treatment. Like, they don't just push out another Halo because of Game Pass, because they have to promote Game Pass. You know what I mean? Like, hopefully they're like 343.
Well, this is the thing,
right?
This is the thing, Jesus, is like Game Pass. What's the next game that's coming for Game Pass?
Crackdown, maybe if it comes out. Maybe
delayed, right? If it comes out, like there's rumors that it's going to get delayed again.
Rumor has it the MCC collection, the Halo Master Chief collection, is coming.
Yeah,
and that'll be cool. That'll be awesome.
I think now they're going to start back cataloging, getting a lot of the games that they put out already on Game Pass. Yeah, is Sunset Overdrive on Game Pass?
No, but imagine
it was.
They come out at it wasn't. They come out at E3 and they're like, Game Pass, Sunset Overdrive, Forza 5, like just throw old Forza games in there. No one's buying that shit. Just Forza 5.
Charge for the microtransactions. There's plenty of it. You want a car pass. You want this. You're
still gonna have to pay for that.
You want to buy all these.
You're gonna get the base game though.
Yeah. Give us the base game.
Give us content like that, but it's not beneficial to us. It's beneficial to new consumers or whatever, people that don't play as many games as we do, but it is still something that'll intrigue people, right? Like maybe people haven't played Sunset Overdrive, and when they do try it, it sparks this new interest in Sunset Overdrive, and maybe it could get Microsoft to come back and tell Insomniac, hey, make a new Sunset Overdrive.
Sunset Overdrive, yeah. That would be awesome. I would love to see that. I want to
Everybody
see
wants
Sunset
to do
Overdrive too.
Even regular PS4 players.
Yeah.
And what I was going to say about Game Pass is Game Pass is an amazing thing for people that are just buying an Xbox. Maybe people that own PS4s this whole generation and are deciding to buy an Xbox, fucking get Game Pass.
This is worth
because you're going to have a massive library straight out of the box for $10 a month. Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
So
and then you can try out those games. You can buy the ones you want for a discount. That's where Game Pass is fun.
And if you want to take it a step further, bundle that with EA Access for $30 a year.
Yep.
You're set. You're fucking set. You're set with EA Access for a year.
Games with gold on top of that.
Yeah, it's a big value there. They have a lot of that, so that's awesome what they're doing with that. But I just really hope that I hope we see a new Halo this year at E3. And if they do show a new Halo, I hope that they're going to be like Master Chief Collection coming to Game Pass this summer, like when in the summer, sometime this summer, and get the hype going, and I think
if we get a Halo announcement, it's not going to be for Halo 6.
You don't think so?
I think it's going to, like I said this last week, I think it's going to be like a Reach or an ODST, maybe ODST 2 or something like that.
Ooh,
right?
Man, it'd be still cool though. Because Halo, people know Master Chief, but there's such a huge universe there. You can do anything.
Oh yeah,
you can do anything there, dude. You could.
What do you think?
Kinds of shit.
Okay, I don't think I heard this anywhere. What do you guys think about the fact? What if they come out and say, you know what? I know a lot of the backlash was. Some of that backlash was on that was a poor story, but great multiplayer. Wow, we really enjoyed the multiplayer, but the story was lacking, especially in the Master Chief area. So what if they, I don't know, what if they just came out and said, you know what, Halo 6 multiplayer.
No, wait.
No story.
Wait, I got it, guys. I know what's.
Would it be
Halo next? I know what they're gonna do with Halo next. Halo Kart.
Oh shit! You drive warthogs around, you shoot each other.
Master Chief Racing Edition.
Halo Kart.
Shit.
No, we have Forza, man. Shut up.
No, man, this is going to be like more like Mario Kart, you know? It's like not a realistic kind of game.
Halo Kart.
You got the vehicles.
It can be like, you know, yeah, exactly. You could be riding a Ghost. You could be riding a fucking Warthog. You could be riding
fun for the whole family.
a Wraith, shooting each other.
Oh shit!
You know, it's like a combat car racing game with all the Halo characters, and then you could pick all the different Halo characters as your driver.
Does the season pass? Will that include Halo Tennis?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Halo Wrestling.
I think
Halo
that
Strikers?
A new Halo would be awesome to have, and even if they're like, say, like, we're gonna tease it this year, like show you like a little teaser like they did for Halo 5. You know, they show Master Chief in the sand or whatever, like with this fucking weird cloak on, whatever he was wearing. Like, what if they? Sorry, what if they do something like that again? Like just show a little teaser with like Master Chief.
Yeah, but I think here's what I think, right? I'm thinking they come out and say, you know, ODST 2 or Reach 2 or something this year, coming out this fall, blah, 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 blah. And here's a look at Halo 6, or a teaser for Halo 6. Mm-hmm. So I could see them dropping the teaser with whatever this side game is. That's what I think is going to happen.
I always think that their side game, or just recently, was Halo Wars. I know it's a totally different genre.
That's different.
It's a different genre, but I say they will release. There will be a trailer for Halo 6 Master Chief. That's what it'll be called, Halo 6 Master Chief. And because of people, that's what people want, and they were expecting in Halo 5.
It's too early.
It'll be a traditional 6-hour campaign, 8 hours, whatever it is. The best multiplayer you wanted, right? Give the gamers what they want.
Battle Royale.
Right, and have a Battle Royale mode, right?
100 Master Chiefs drop on an island.
I'll be in the Ghost the whole time, going around the circle.
It could be
well,
cool,
what if they did Halo Reach? Because Halo Reach was more of a multiplayer type thing. And it would have a battle royale mode where it's like 100 Spartans drop on an island. Rah, who could survive?
Yeah.
You know, that would be kind of. I would expect that too. Where
and
they
it's
just
like,
had
and it's like a training thing. It's like a training thing for Spartans, and they do it for training.
Oh, that's like how they tie it into the Halo universe.
Yeah.
Ooh, man.
See, I think that this is going to be a side game. I really don't think it's going to be Halo 6. I really, really, really don't. I'm not saying that they don't tease Halo 6. I think they do, like you were saying, you know, they do the they do the like little teaser with like they did with him in the fucking desert and the cloak, and then that had absolutely nothing to do with the game whatsoever.
It's just like a random
thing. What I mean? But I could see them doing something like that to tease Halo 6 after they announce this game. You know?
But I don't think this game would come out this year. Not to
if they announce it, it's coming out this fall. If they announce it, it's got to come out this fall.
It has to. I agree.
Well, where are they gonna stick it at? Like in between Battlefield, Call of Duty, and Red Dead? Not a good idea.
Yes, they'll have to.
Yeah, it'd have to be.
But it'll be on Game Pass, right? So, boom, it'll still be big. Yeah,
I think because if they said they can't do first quarter, there's so much stuff coming out first quarter next year.
But if Halo
if they said
came
summer
out
2019, everybody'd be like, whatever, man. You know, we need something. We want it now.
And they need something. This year. They need an exclusive for the holidays.
And that's big.
They need one.
Yeah.
They absolutely have to have one. And if Crackdown 3 is going to get delayed into next year, then they better have this fucking Halo game ready to go.
I'm thinking Crackdown 3 will come out this December. It'll be a December game. It'll be a December game.
I'd say they push it. I say they push it to the beginning of next year, January, February.
I don't know, man. I have a feeling that Crackdown 3 is going to be like one of those stupid December games that like people don't really ever buy, but they're still there. And
we'll see.
It'll be like Microsoft's big.
They've been dark on it.
We got a big game coming after during the holidays. Crackdown 3.
But I did see a tweet of the guy that's one of the engineers or testers or whatever. Basically, he responded to one of those tweets this week about the Amazon glitch and said, hey, you know, Yeah, I saw that, and then I went back and fired up the game back on my, on my Xbox and started playing it. So he's been testing it. They've been playing it. Crackdown 3. But yeah, we'll see. I have no idea.
When will that game release, dude?
Hopefully we'll see it in December.
There's absolutely, in my opinion, for me and what I see, there's like no hype for this game. It's just like it's there. It's like it's there. People know it's there. It's there. And no one really
but
gives,
it's not
no one
Halo.
Gives, no one gives a shit. I mean, it's like, who cares?
And it's been so long since Crackdown 2.
They just lost all the hype with all the reveals, the talking about it, the showing the gameplay. People fucking hated the gameplay. And it's like, now, what the fuck do we do, guys? We've been working on this for the last 5 years. We don't know what the fuck to do. People don't like the game we showed them last year at E3. Okay, let's go back to the drawing board, change a bunch of shit. Now, if they show it again at this E3, and if people don't like it again, what do they do? What do they do? They're just like, fuck it, release. Who cares? Just release it. They have to, right? Like, they can't say like, oh, we're delaying it again because we're fixing it one more time for you guys. Sorry, we're trying to make a perfect game, but we can't because we don't know how.
It's a Canadian Microsoft team. Sorry, guys.
Sorry,
eh?
It's just
we
they
can't get
do
this
that.
Crackdown right, eh?
They just can't do that one more time. That'll be like an embarrassment to the company. I think, to the brand itself, to the Xbox brand in general. It'll be an embarrassment if they delay it one more time due to like gameplay. Because that was the reason last year, right? Like people at E3 that went there and played it, they were like, "It's not good, guys. This is not good." I'm glad Microsoft at least listened and was like, okay, fuck it, we're not going to release this, like, let's fix it, like, so I'm glad they actually listened to the feedback, and we're not stupid enough to release it, but, I mean, it's crazy, so we'll see what happens with those.
Yeah. Hey, guys, I played the
off
Crew.
on another goddamn tangent.
Yeah.
I played the Crew, too.
Yeah, what's up with that game?
The Crew 2 beta. Yeah, it's funny how it starts you off in the beta. It's pretty much like it's trying to be Forza Horizon, I feel, which is not a bad
big
thing.
festival somewhere?
Yeah, pretty much.
Great.
Like it's got the whole like when you pull up the map, it'll have the United States on there.
Yeah.
And probably just because again it's a beta, so they'll be like, hey, there's a off-road race in California, and there's also one there in the bayou near, I don't know, somewhere near Florida.
Yeah.
And there's one in New York, so you can go there, or you can fly planes in the Northwest. Or Northeast. But it kind of gives you, like, it starts out where, like, yeah, you're in a car.
Where do you start off at in the country? In the middle? In Wyoming?
Trying to think of where, I think you get to choose.
Midwest.
It might start you in Los Angeles.
Oh, really? I'll see. Like, it'd be cool, like, if you could choose East Coast or West Coast. Like, start in New York City or start in L.A. Where do you want to start?
Maybe the full game will let you do that. I could see that, but
that'd be cool.
Because there's only a few icons on the map right now.
They probably
like
don't
where
have everything, right?
It's got Los Angeles. Yeah, there's like the New York area, and then Florida. Yeah. And then somewhere near Texas.
Are the maps big? Are like the cities big?
I don't think so. And it's weird because I didn't play a lot of it because, and some of the things I didn't understand where there's like, hey, there's a photo op. Okay, you press A. You want to pin this photo op? I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about, but okay, I'll press A. Hey, you pin that photo op of this thing. And I'm like, great, whatever. I just want to race. But I feel like after each race, and they're really short, and everybody else is a ghost, because I think I'm just playing like a single player type thing. I didn't even see an option to play multiplayer for the beta. And like, yeah, it's just your standard, like, I'm just always using Forza Horizon as an example here. Yeah, you just go to the, through each checkpoint. But one of the things I like about the Crew is the fact that I feel like it's really open wide. And you are getting that sense of speed where you can, when you're going down to the next checkpoint, I feel like there's a lot of wiggle room to, you kind of get to choose, right? And there's some areas where, hey, there's arrows going left, there's arrows going right. You choose which way to go. It all leads to the same place, right?
Yeah.
Again, I'm playing this on PC. It looks beautiful. It's Ubisoft.
How many frames are you running this at?
Yeah, I think it's locked at 60, man. It looks phenomenal in that blue light. And Yeah, it's cool so far. I didn't hear any music. I probably should have checked to see if it had any licensed music. So it's just your car making car sounds.
I never played the first one. I own it.
It's okay. It's fine.
I own the first one. I literally booted it up once and I drove across, I was driving in the desert of Nevada and a cop came after me and all the cops showed up. All the cops. And then I just went across the country with the cops following me.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I did. I drove across the country with the cops following me for a bunch of different states. They were just following me through every state. Helicopters and spike strips and shit.
When you cross the next state line, the next set of cops start chasing you.
I don't remember, but it was just they were following me forever.
It'd be funny if they just fucking came to a dead stop at the state line. They were like,
"Oh, we can't go past this, guy.
Can't go past here."
Oh shit! But yeah, the crew too, guys. Awesome. Anything else, guys? I don't have anything on my list.
Really quickly, no, I just did a lot of the car racing in the Red Bull off-road vehicle, and the planes, they were okay. I like how the camera moves. I feel like you're moving with the camera to go through the city to hit each checkpoint, and that didn't seem difficult at all. I was like, how close do I need to be to the checkpoint? It's not like I was really close to hitting any building, so they do well with racing. In some, after playing so much Ghost Recon Wildlands, I'm like, okay, it's some of that same driving, but it's a little more tighter. It's not as wonky as some of the driving in it. I think it'll be a good game, and I'll definitely pick it up. The other thing I played was Tetris on the Facebook Messenger. I've been playing that a little bit this week and last week. It's not that great the way the controls.
Why are you talking about it then?
Hey, the reason I'm talking is I've been sending you guys invites.
Oh god, I'm not gonna fucking accept that invite. I'm gonna block you now on Facebook.
I didn't get any invites from you, Gunny.
No, and Clint Thiel, right, because he loves his Tetris. Well, it's weird because I'll get these notifications like play it against your friends. I'm like, okay, who played it? It doesn't tell me.
You're sending messages to play it, and then you're not because you're not.
I should send you a message because it lets you send the invite, but it doesn't tell me your score. It's weird. I don't know.
I've
but
never
there's a bunch
played
of
it.
games.
That's why.
Facebook Messenger, another great place to play some of those mobile games. Simple things like Tetris, Pac-Man, shit like that. Yeah. Way to kill time. Castle Crashers. I played that. Played that on PC. I bought that for my son. He loves it. He's trying to get all his characters up to level 99 again. He loves the grinding, the gameplay. The music is great. It's always been a great game, especially on Xbox 360. So I'll be playing more of that this week with him. That's all I got, guys.
Awesome. Let's go for a quick break, and we'll come back after the break with some news.
Vengeful Jedi here, Horrible Gamer and patron of the Horrible Gamers podcast. Want to give the gamers an XP boost? Want to see the show level up? Then support the Horrible Gamers on Patreon at patreon.com/Horrible Gamers. Don't be just another NPC, non-Patreon character. Become a patron. 2 gold, 5 gold, 10 gold, 20 gold. It all supports the party. So game on.
And we're back from the break. Thank you guys for listening to the break music. If you listen to it, we appreciate it. If you don't like it, you can always skip it, right? There's a fast forward button on your phone. Do that. But let's get into the news real quick, guys. Lots of news this week. We'll start off with probably the biggest news this week out of anything is Fallout news, right? Fallout has teased their next game. Well, Bethesda has teased their next Fallout game that's called Fallout 76. They had this stream going on their Twitch channel for a day before they even released the trailer. They had 140,000 people watching a fucking bobblehead in front of a TV. They had the please stand by logo or whatever, the Fallout stuff that says please stand by, for information. It had that on the screen and the bobblehead standing there, and people were watching this shit for 24 hours. It was insane, man.
I came into the chat. I was off. And I came in several times, actually, would pop back on the chat. I'm like, there's still, nothing going on. The bobblehead's there. It's, the lights are off. Yeah, and people were just going nuts in chat.
Yeah, and then at first the lights were on and then the lights were off. So it was kind of weird. But Fallout 76 has been announced with the teaser by Bethesda the other day. And people are saying that it was going to be a new Fallout game, but what it turns out to be that it might be an online survival RPG that's heavily inspired by games like DayZ and Rust, according to people familiar with the project. Some people that spoke anonymously to Kotaku said that they can confirm that Fallout 76 is an experimental new entry in the long-running post-apocalyptic series. They said when Bethesda first teased the game on Tuesday morning, fans and pundits speculated that it might be a Fallout 3 remaster or a New Vegas-style spin-off in a new location. But as Kotaku reported that afternoon, it is in fact something completely new and completely different. So it says this was originally prototyped as a multiplayer version of Fallout 4, with the goal of inventing what an online Fallout game might look like. Fallout 76 has evolved quite a bit over the past few years, and it will have quests and a story like any other game from Bethesda Game Studio, but it will also feature base building, like in Fallout 4 from 2015. And it will have other survival-based and multiplayer mechanics. So, yeah, I mean, you guys excited? Like base building Fallouts? I'm not.
Not really.
Yeah. I was super excited, for this. I saw the teaser and Country Road Take Me Home, and I'm like, okay, this is going to be somewhere in freaking middle of U.S. and
Wyoming.
Wyoming. Yeah, right, Wyoming area. And I'm like, yeah, okay, all right. So a new Fallout game, but then all the things seem to be leading to this, like you said, an online survival game.
Yeah.
But again, we'll find out what it really is.
What I wonder if it's going to be like a mobile phone type thing where like it's a mobile app game, a Switch game, a game you can play on your Xbox, but like it's not really. It's like the Fallout Shelter, where you're building a shelter. Like
no, I think it'll be a true, like I said, it'll be a Rust DayZ type thing.
Yeah.
And this will be more for the PC players, but again, available on PS4, Xbox One.
Why, Gunny? Why is it more for the PC players?
Because that's where Rust and DayZ are.
Yeah. That's point.
Right? Those games are not on consoles.
Fallout 76 is going to be on everything.
Very well, yeah.
Okay, all right, fine. It'll be on everything equal. Right, and more copies will be sold on PS4 than anything else.
You're going to get better frames on the PC.
Better frames, yeah, and graphics on the PC. You guys are going to be running this shit at 4K Ultra and mods, okay? Like, Xbox will get mods too, but not as good mods, but it'll get mods.
Damn right, because PC will get better ones.
200 frames a second on PC, Gunny. You gotta know that. Uncapped.
Okay, and actually there won't really be any mods.
If you spend $3,000 on your PC.
Because you can't put online mods on an online game, or otherwise you'd have to hack into it. Anyway, so yeah, I think I'm not a big Rust fan.
Yeah.
I never played it, but the gameplay that I've seen in Twitch streams and stuff, I watch a lot of Twitch. It's like, not really. I'm just not into that sort of thing. But I've always liked DayZ. I've always liked this run around, survival. Get loot. Maybe you'll see one player in that area. You can battle it out with that player. There's a zombie here or there. And I think that's what I like about DayZ, and that's why I'm excited for DayZ to come to Xbox. Because, I like that style of gameplay. You're picking up loot, not doing any base building, so that'll be the Rust side of things. Where, you can build a base and, have a chest in there. Almost like a Minecraft thing where you've got all your trinkets and doodads and packs and, that'll be your survival house.
People are saying this will be like Ark. The game Ark. That's what people are saying this is going to be like Ark.
I don't like
online world where you're building a base with your friends and people can attack your base and you attack other bases.
Because that's Fallout 4, right? You've got your base, but it's all AI and it's all randomly generated where, these martyrs or whatever will just randomly pop into your base area and start, killing your settlers and, trying to kill you. So people are probably thought, man, can we just get this online and have actual real people try to do this?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, like it makes total sense to do that. Yeah, but Personally, I wasn't a fan of the Fallout 4 building mechanic bullshit. Like, I thought that was the lamest thing. Like, even the way they explain it in the game, were like, you build a base, you go do this. I'm like, I don't want to fucking build this. I don't want to do this. I want to just be in this world. I don't want to be managing shit in this world. I want to be in it. You know, and it's
kind of like in Skyrim.
Skyrim did it right, though. Skyrim was fun. Like, the house building shit was fun. I love that DLC. I played the fuck out of it. And Fallout was lame. I was like, this is lame. It makes no sense. Why the fuck would I want to build a base?
I didn't even bother doing it.
I think all I did was I grabbed one of the big mech armor suits. I walked it over to my base and I left it there because it ran out of battery. And I was like, I don't know how to put more battery in it. I don't know what to do now. Fuck that suit. And I left.
Yeah. That's what I did too, man. I made like a little garage for my fucking power mechs.
Yeah.
And then I just leave them in there and
that's it. Like, what the fuck else do you do?
I think you'll be able to do that, right? In just like the way they do in if you've ever watched Rust, I think you can literally like make a little house in little to no time at all.
Yeah.
I mean, a really small place, really, just enough for a bed and a chest. You know?
Like, what I'm thinking, like, what's up with all these games coming out recently? Like I mean, well, Conan Exiles was a game preview for a long time, but I mean, like, it seems like a lot of games are copying Ark. But what did Ark copy?
Yes.
What did that copy? Like, because every game's a copy of a game.
Whatever other survival game there was before that, pretty much. There was a lot of them.
The Long Dark on the Xbox One. There's that.
Yeah. You know what? A lot of those games copied Minecraft.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
You have a right point.
Yes.
Yep.
You have the exact same UI. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The boxes, the like 7 or 8 boxes or whatever that's on the bottom of the screen where you can pick stuff up and you put them in there and that's your inventory and you can scroll through them and use them and blah, blah, blah. And then you got to survive, right? I mean, that was really the first, well, maybe not the first, but one of the first really popular survival games.
That's right.
There's a bunch on Steam, and then there's The Forest, which my son has actually said is pretty good. He's actually completed it.
I've actually heard
it's actually really good.
I've actually heard GD talking about that game and saying that he really likes it a lot too.
Yeah, there's a single player story that you could play co-op with other people.
Yeah, I'd like to check that out. That's only on PC though, right?
Right. Yeah, I have it on Steam. Well, I have access to his Steam. I have access to that game. Yeah. And I've watched him play it, and it looks. The thing I like about that is, again, just diverting a little bit, is it's got simple building mechanics to put up barriers and build a house and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not too excited because I'm like, great, I'm just not into these kind of games. I want more. I hope it turns out to be more DayZ than anything. I need to go out and I need to find water, purified water. I need to find ammo, and yeah, maybe I will run into 1 or 2 people, not like 10 or 20 that are just going to annihilate me and steal all my shit. I don't want that. So, but we'll see. We'll see next week.
We'll see. In other news, let's talk about Xbox real quick. Xbox has got a lot of Star Wars games onto the Game Pass. 4 of them to be exact. They got Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic on there now. Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga. Star Wars The Force Unleashed and Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2. Those are 4 that have been added to Game Pass as of June 1st. You can play them, download them from the Game Pass library. Man, I kind of want to play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Again.
Go tour.
Again.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. I was watching gameplay of that when it first went backwards compatible. I was going to buy it. I was like, that, the graphics look so bad.
Oh, yeah. It's old, man. It's an old game.
The UI looks so bad. This looks so bad. What's going on here?
We're going to get in there and be like, wow, this
is
sucks.
horrible. This is the worst thing I ever... But hey, it's
But it was
free.
the greatest thing ever when it came out. You know what I mean?
Cool.
It was fucking amazing.
Yeah. In other news, let's move on here to PUBG. PUBG has a lawsuit now against Fortnite. And it's pretty much a stupid lawsuit. PUBG Corporation...
It's a Korean lawsuit. It's not in North America.
Epic Games in Korea in order to protect their copyright. The company contends that Epic's Fortnite Battle Royale infringes upon PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds copyrighted content. It says here, but the thing is, you can't simply copyright a gameplay mode or genre. You know what I mean? You just can't. Because if you could copyright a genre, Bethesda...
That's not what they're going after them for.
Yeah, so pretty much you can copyright assets. You can copyright assets, but a lot of the PUBG assets are simply ones that were purchased from the Unreal Store. Yeah. So, like, it makes no sense. Nobody knows where this is going to go.
Well, the thing is they're talking about it like PUBG is using Unreal Engine, right? So they're going to Epic and saying, "Hey, we're having an issue with this. How can we do it?" And they're saying that they're not getting help from Epic because Epic doesn't want to, ruin their shit, Yeah. So they might not be getting back to Bluehole as fast as they would to some other company because, they're like, yeah, that's our competition, even though they're the ones that ripped them off in the first place, right? So I don't know. It's a really weird situation, and like I don't know how Korean law works, let alone American law. So, it's a toss-up. We'll see what happens.
It says they're suing them for the fact that they have 100 players drop onto a map, for the fact that the guns in Fortnite look like the guns in PUBG. But if you look at the guns,
say that.
If you look at the guns in PUBG, the little guns in Counter-Strike Go, which look like the guns in Call of Duty, which looks like the gun in Battlefield, which looks like the guns in every other fucking shooter because guns look like guns. That's what I don't understand.
That's what I don't understand. Like, it's like, at least in Fortnite, there's wacky guns. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like these are real life guns. They're sort of taken from a real life guns on most occasions, right? But it's not like it's a complete asset steal. Like, PUBG is realistic weapons. That's the way the guns look in real life. Fortnite, those guns don't look like they look in real life. You know what I mean? Yeah. Maybe the AK-47, like that kind of looks, similar to an AK-47 in real. But
and the guns, like people are saying that PUBG, they look like pretty much generic guns that are in every other game and other military games, and pretty much so like. And at least your Fortnite's guns look a little bit unique compared to those, and I agree with that. They have like their own style, I guess. They're guns, but they have their own style. So I don't know what the PUBG lawsuit is really going to go after, and people are saying that it may go after the UI, the way but that's
the thing is
mini
like,
map in every Call of Duty game. It's the same as Battlefield, the same as everything. Like the UI is.
I think it's more like the
look at H1Z1,
where it's like, there's 4 people standing on the, it's like, fuck, what are you talking about? Like, who cares? Every game has a similar UI, like for grouping up and stuff like that. It's like, it's not that similar.
But I think they're also saying I don't have the link here in front of me, but I believe they're also saying that they're not getting the support they need from Epic. That's probably a lot of internal things that need to be brought out in a courtroom.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about with them saying, they go to Epic for support and they're not getting support from them because they don't, they're slow to get back to them because why would they want to? You know what I mean?
Right. They don't want to help their competitor.
Well, what we're worried about though, as a gaming community in general, I think we're worried about if this lawsuit is held up in courts. What it means for gaming in general, because now any company can sue any company for copying their shit. And that totally stifles innovation in gaming. Like, it really does. Think about, if they win this lawsuit against Fortnite, for whatever reason, somehow they win the lawsuit for copyright infringement. You know for a fact that Battlefield is going to sue Call of Duty. You motherfuckers stole our ideas.
Well, how many times
Call of Duty is going to sue
Android or
EA? EA could sue Call of Duty for Medal of Honor, saying, you copied Medal of Honor, we're suing you. Even though we don't make Medal of Honor anymore, we're suing you because we own the rights to Medal of Honor. You copied Medal of Honor. You need to stop making Call of Duty games. Which then, Bethesda can sue CD Projekt Red for The Witcher. You copied the fantasy world of Skyrim or, Oblivion. You have dragons, monsters. You fucking copied our shit. It's an RPG game. RPG games. We own RPG games. You owe us money now. Like,
and it would never end. It would never end. It would just be ongoing and ongoing. And I think this is just crap. It's not going to go anywhere.
And people have pointed out that Brendan Green, the player unknown, that's what's his name, Brendan Green. He worked on the Battle Royale on Arma 3 mod. Yeah. And he also was a developer in H1Z1. He was the one that made their Battle Royale mode. He invented it, kind of. Like, he programmed it. He was a creator of it. And but he broke off and made his own company, like made his own game, right? Like PUBG Corporation made PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. That's why it's called PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, because he kind of made that game because he designed it for somebody else and then realized this is popular. I need to make something.
I should do my own thing.
And then it became big.
And then Epic said, "Oh yeah,
we do our own thing with this shit.
Yeah. You're making that on our engine. We can do it better."
Yeah, woo!
So it's like,
and we're gonna build walls and stairs.
It's just a big runaround, you know. Mm-hmm. And the thing is he probably got permission to take that when he left. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like.
And people are saying, like, you know, if PUBG wins this case, does that mean no other game will be allowed to have 100 players duke it out on a big map? Does it mean that no other game will be allowed to have players jumping out of an airplane, despite players jumping out of airplane spaceships in previous games like Titanfall? You would jump out of a fucking ship to land on the map. Does it mean that...
What about Halo?
Yeah, totally, man. Like, it all... everything, you know, it's like... And then... If PUBG wants to be X and sue Fortnite for this, what's stopping the people who made the Battle Royale movie, The Hunger Games, and The Hunger Games suing PUBG for stealing the idea of The Hunger Games and the Battle Royale movie? Like,
right.
You guys stole our idea of putting people on a map that closes in and make them kill each other.
Nothing is original anymore. You know what I mean? It all came from something.
Yeah.
Fucking 5 degrees of separation, you know what I mean? Like,
so crazy, and people are mad, but we'll see. I think it's not going to hold up in court. I think the Korean courts are going to be like, "Fuck you, PUBG Corp. Fix your game. You guys are just salty. You can't fix your shit fast enough."
Yeah, make your shit free to play, okay?
You should. Yeah, and Fortnite is free to play. Yeah,
like a phone. Yeah. Like a mobile device. Make it free to play.
In other news, PUBG news, PUBG on the Xbox One has gotten a new update which has gone live already. And pretty much, let me talk about it. So it's pretty much an optimization, stabilization update which will will improve elastic accuracy control for character. It will also, prediction-based level streaming has improved. They've also introduced some back-end changes to prepare for an upcoming feature, and in some cases, the game will try to interact with unfinished features, causing the game to crash. That has been removed. Now you can report players. If you have been team killed, you're going to be able to press Y. If your death was caused by a friendly fire, you can press Y to see the report. And the report will say, person shot you in the leg, 20% damage. Person shot you in the back, 15% damage. Person shot you in the head, 50% damage. You're dead. But you can report them.
It's funny that they made it the Y button.
Yeah, right?
Because you're like, why?
So now you can report people that have friendly fire killed you as, you know, reporting them. I don't know what's going to happen to them if they get reported. Maybe they'll get a warning. Maybe they'll get banned from the game for an amount of time. Pretty much. But if the death wasn't caused by a team kill, you cannot see the death report. You cannot see like how much damage you took from another player killing you. That's just, the button won't appear. The Y button is just not going to appear there for you. They've also made improvements to an area in the northern part of the Miramar map to make it a more appealing area. The oasis in the northern area of the map has now been expanded. They've added more car spawning positions to facilitate easy travel in and out of the area. They've also fixed some of the problematic terrain, where like if you're driving down the mountain and you hit a rock and you fucking fly in the air 10,000 feet. They kind of try to fix that for the most part. They've added extra farming points to loot in the map. They've also added more objects like trees and rocks in the northern part of Miramar to provide some additional options for cover. They simplified some of the interiors of certain buildings to make the game run better. This says here, players can now see the first safe zone while flying in the airplane. So now when you play in PUBG, you're going to be able to see where the circle is going to close in on in the beginning of the match. As soon as you're flying over the map, you can open up your map. Let's say first circle is going to end here. And now, as the end of the match approaches, the save zone will increasingly favor cities. So, like, it's going to close in on cities more than, like, a middle of a field somewhere. I guess. I mean, that's a cool
You think that's a good thing?
I don't know. I like how it was random before. Sometimes you could be in the middle of a fucking field. Like, no one has cover, you know?
Yeah.
That was kind of cool.
I thought that was fun.
Yeah. So, I mean, I kind of don't like that they switched that, but whatever. They've also fixed some issues related to motorbike crashes, and Game Hub stats will now be shown correctly. These stats will be updated with the unaccounted data with some server-side operation, which might take a bit of time. And that's pretty much it. So, they're making the game run better on the Xbox. That's funny. Because when the PUBG map came out for the Xbox, the new map on May 24th or whatever, last Friday or last Thursday, PUBG tweeted out, like, play the new Miramar map on the Xbox platform. Runs better than ever on Xbox. And everybody was like, people were tweeting replying to that tweet saying, like, I literally just launched the game and crashed 5 seconds into the map. Like, my game literally just froze. What are you guys talking about? You know what I mean? People were pissed. So, yeah. But let's move on here to some PS4 news, guys. PS4 has now a new theme which will celebrate Gay Pride Month, or LGBT Pride Month, for more honest. So LGBT Pride Month is, of course, June. So now it goes from June 1st to the end of June. And now you can get a free PS4 theme called For All the Players, available on the PlayStation Store, which is called under the special theme category. And it has a rainbow-themed, pretty much, it's a rainbow theme. Changes colors, whatever, on your PlayStation if you're interested in that. They're on over to PlayStation to do that. Cool on them. And other news, the co-founder of Atari is dead. Pretty much Ted Dabney, co-founder of Atari and video game pioneer, has died at age 81.
Wow.
That's crazy, man. So, yeah, pretty much.
The old Pong machines and the pizza parlors.
Yep, he was a co-founder of that company, Atari, so...
Speaking of Atari, I don't think this is in the news, but they're fucking Indiegogo for the Atari what is it, VCS?
Atari, yeah,
VCS. That shit is blowing the fuck up right now, man. Blowing the fuck up. It's huge. Like people are fucking buying that shit.
Really?
You know how we all sat here and said fucking no way anyone's going to buy that? They're at like $2.5 million funded now.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm looking at them right now. They have over 9,000 backers.
Yeah, man. Like, I was so surprised. So surprised.
Yeah.
And that thing is like, $300 US.
Jeez.
Yeah. I'm looking at the
console. People are buying that shit.
I'm on there.
I'm so surprised. Jonathan was right. Jonathan was right, guys. Remember, he kept saying it was going to fucking blow up. It was going to blow up. And we were all like, nah, it's going to just flop like the Ouya did.
Yeah.
But mind you, when Ouya did their Kickstarter or Indiegogo or whatever, they went through the fucking roof too. Yeah. So we'll see still, you know.
We'll see if they're if they're come down to $99.
But I wasn't expecting it to fucking blow up like this, man. It's going crazy. But anyways, on with the news.
I'm looking at the console. It looks kind of cool, man.
Rest in peace, Dabney.
Buy this.
There's the collector's edition that has the wood paneling, and then the regular edition is just black.
Rest in peace, Dabney.
The VCS collector's edition or the Onyx edition?
Onyx is the black one, and the collector's edition has the wood grain. Yeah. It
says here you're going to get an HDMI cable with it, an AC power supply, and a quick start guide. Optional accessories, the classic joystick, and modern controller.
And their modern controller is pretty much, it looks like an Xbox controller.
It even has the same XYAB layout.
Yeah.
The same
and it has the the same sticks.
What was the Atari game that was on?
I'm looking on here, and like they have the prices. So for the collector's edition, you can buy that with the joystick for $299. You could buy the all-in edition for $339. That comes with like an actual controller and the joystick. Or you can buy
a version that doesn't come with a controller at all. It's just the console.
$199.
$199. No, yeah, $199. Yeah.
And then the Onyx and the joystick is $229, and the Onyx all-in is $279. And then the classic joystick costs $29. The modern controller $50 or $49. Classic and joystick modern controller together will cost $59. That seems like the better deal.
To be honest, I would love to have that classic controller just to have it. I think it would just sit on my desk. I'd never use it, but just to have it, I'd like to have one. But
yeah, it says here that you're gonna be able to be Wi-Fi compatible and everything. So it's gonna be pretty interesting to see what
We'll see what happens with that. I mean, we all kind of pushed it off to the side like it was going to be nothing, and I was really surprised to see this. So,
yeah. Has 4 gigs of DDR4 RAM. Has a Radeon
it's a Linux box.
GPU.
It's a Linux box is all it is.
Yeah.
They're saying it's going to play modern games, so we'll see what happens with it. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna break. And there was actually one other thing that happened this week, and I don't think it's in our news. Tommy Tellerico, the game music composer, the guy that does video games
television.
Live? Oh yeah. He bought Intellivision. He's the owner of Intellivision now.
That's crazy.
And he's bringing out an Intellivision box. And apparently he's trying to aim it at non-gamers. Like it's supposed to be like, he's like, we don't want to compete with Microsoft, Sony, or Nintendo. We want this to be something that's like a family box. You know what I mean? Like you can, your kids and the parents can get together and play and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So that's an interesting thing too. Like, we'll have to keep our eyes on both of those, the Intellivision and the Atari. Yeah. What else we got in news, Jesus?
We need TVs with more HDMI slots here. For all room for all these consoles coming out.
Yeah. Pretty much another news, some weird news. A 16-year-old is facing charges after allegedly punching his mother in the face for taking away his video game console.
Oh, how could you?
This happened in Pennsylvania. A teen is facing harassment charges after allegedly punching his mother in the face after she took away his video game console. It says, on May 7th around 12:30, police responded to a disturbance call at a certain address where a boy who was 16 punched his 52-year-old mother in the face after she took away his game console. It says the victim was not injured, and the juvenile was charged with harassment for striking his mother. That's crazy, dude. That is crazy. Fucking weird.
That boy would not be standing at my household, for the next month.
Yep. Whoop his ass. And was $1 million worth of Xbox One consoles. So pretty much, this guy in Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky, says that cops found themselves in pursuit of a semi-truck that was stolen from a truck stop. And then they discovered that inside the truck, it was $1 million worth of Xbox One consoles. So I wonder if he actually targeted that truck specifically for consoles, or if, he I don't know, just stole a truck.
Yeah.
Steal a truck.
Right, because you don't know what's inside it. Yeah, unless he followed them.
Yeah, and knew where they went or whatever, right, and saw them loaded up. That's just crazy. Apparently the truck was headed to Walmarts and different retailers around the country to drop off the consoles. But yeah, that's wild. $1 million worth of Xbox One consoles. What would you do with that, anyways?
Sell them.
Yeah,
sell them, but you can't.
Black market.
Here's the thing.
eBay.
Here's the thing, though. All those consoles have their own serial numbers.
Yeah, and they would be banned on Xbox.
Right.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, I'm sure they can be tracked. So.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to take them home, model them all, and then sell them on the black market.
Okay. What is that going to do?
Yeah, what the fuck?
You modding them for?
Put all the games on them. I have so many games
never
online
hook it up
days.
to the net. Just play this offline all the time.
There is no Xbox One mod.
Yeah, there isn't.
There should be. I'll play all my indie games on there.
Uh-oh.
Pretty much, in other news, GameStop news, Shane Kim, who was a former Xbox executive, has been named the new interim CEO of GameStop while the retailer searches for a permanent replacement in the wake of Michael Mahler's resignation last month. He resigned for personal reasons.
How's that for going from one hated company to another?
Yeah, so, he went from Microsoft. Apparently, Kim stopped working at Microsoft back in 2011 or 2010. She left Microsoft. She used to work for Microsoft's him or she. I don't know if it's a female or a male.
I think it's him. It's Shane Kim. Shane is his first name.
Okay. Microsoft's interactive entertainment business before leaving the company in 2010. And since 2011, Kim has been a member of GameStop's board of directors. So that's pretty wild.
They can't seem to hold on to CEOs, can they?
No.
Yeah. No,
wasn't the last guy like?
That's the same guy we were talking about last time that left.
Yeah,
He's discussing that guy.
Yeah.
Okay, the guy that lied on his appliation. I don't know. I can't keep track of these CEOs at this company.
I don't know.
And in other news, GameStop is starting to post SKUs for different things, different games. So for the big one, I guess, is the Nintendo, but because they have the most of the SKUs that have been posted for them, that means like new titles are coming out. So yeah, pretty much, I think Nintendo had like a dozen of them posted for the Nintendo Switch, so maybe a dozen games coming out soon. Xbox One and the PS4 both had 3 each. But the 3 each were priced at $59.99, $79.99, and $99.99. So like, it could be like a AAA title releasing this year that's gonna have a $59.99 version, $79.99 version, $99.99 version. You know, so like, who knows? But seems like Nintendo might have the most games coming out this fall, which makes sense. I mean, they're trying to build up the library for the Switch, right? So, yeah. In other news, PlayStation 4 firmware 5.5 jailbreak has now been released. You can, if your PS4 is past this firmware, you're fucked because you cannot reverse it. But if it's not, if you buy a PS4 that's before the 5.5 updates, you will be able to jailbreak your PS4 and play games like Horizon Zero Dawn, God of War, and Shadow of the Colossus for free. So, yeah.
I'm going to go unplug my PS4 from the internet right now.
Don't update, yeah. Oh, shit. But, yeah, that's a big hack. Apparently people have done that, and that's just the news for PS4. See here. Let's see other news for PS4 at E3. Oh, PS4 E3, you can, at certain select theaters around the country, you can go and watch the Sony conference.
Oh, they're doing this again, eh?
Yeah, at a theater. So, there's that. You know, it says here for the 5th year, fans will be able to watch the conference in theaters and walk away with some highly sought after swag on June 11th, 2018.
That's cool. I like when you do that.
Tickets to the event are free and will go live on Tuesday, June 5th at 11 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And so, yeah, I mean, there you go, guys. If you're interested in watching it at a theater, you can do that if you want to watch the Sony conference. Another news, Fortnite coming to the Nintendo Switch. It's finally coming. It's finally coming, guys.
God, it's not even out on fucking Android yet. How's it coming out on the Switch?
Yeah, so pretty much says here the world's most popular game popped up on the Korean Game Rating and Administration Committee database overnight, specifically listed for the Nintendo Switch. The game's rating applicant is listed as Epic Games Korea, and Nintendo Switch is the only platform it's being rated on. So, yeah. So it might come to like Korea before it comes to the U.S.
And then you just switch your account to a Korean account, and then you can play it.
Oh!
Right?
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. So, Nintendo getting the games. Nintendo has a new game for the Switch coming out. Build it. Let's go!
Yay!
Pokemon Let's Go V!
About time we
There's
got
also a
Pokemons
game
on there.
called Pokemon Quest that is available as a free
that's
which is a mobile
supposed
version.
to be on iOS.
Yep. Free to start. It's a new word. It's a new word. That's a new one, guys. It's a new catchphrase.
It's free to start because you can start the game and then 10 seconds in they're going to be like, pay us money and you can keep playing.
Yeah.
And this
Only
is
$3 for each character.
Yeah, so
each Pokemon.
Pretty much the big reveal for them was Pokemon Let's Go, which is divided up into Pikachu and Eevee variants. The game is a partial adaptation of Pokemon Yellow, and it's a gorgeous-looking RPG for the Switch. But it is a blend of traditional Pokemon gameplay with the new Go era type mechanics. Not only can you transfer Pokemon from Go to Let's Go, but the game also shares things like Go's simplified mechanics. So, like, apparently, if you have Pokemon Go and you have Pokemon to Pokemon Go, you can transfer them to Pokemon Let's Go. Weird.
That's what they claim. Yeah, let's get on this, guys.
Pokemon fans are going crazy. Let's see, what the fuck is this other news? Here, pulling up more articles. I don't want to read this. I don't want to read that. Moving on to more news. June game releases. Lots of games released in June 2018, guys.
What's coming out?
So, Elder Scrolls Online Summer DLC or Summer Skin is coming to the PS4 and the Xbox One on June 5th. On Rush coming to the PS4 and Xbox One June 5th. Happy Birthdays coming to the Switch June 5th. A bunch of other games. Yeah, a game called
Happy Birthdays?
Happy Birthdays. And donations. Happy Birthdays is coming to the Switch. Go.
Download it.
On June,
how it is.
June 7th, Flashback Remastered Edition coming to the Switch. The Banner Saga 2 coming to the Switch. MotoGP 8 Xbox One on June 8th. Vita Games Move Love Alternative come to the Vita.
Right, the Vita. That thing.
The Vita.
June 12th. Oh, wow. I didn't know this was coming out. June 12th, Jurassic World Evolution. It's
there you go.
There you go, Sean Fuller.
PS4, Xbox. Dude, might get that, guys. I might build my own Jurassic Park.
There you go.
On June 15th, the Lego Incredibles game comes out. I think that's pretty much when the movie comes out, right? The new movie, The Incredibles 2.
Yeah.
PC, Switch, PS4,
the
Xbox
Incredibles
One.
are fun.
I love them, yeah. The Lost Child coming to the Switch, PS4, and Vita. Vegas Party coming to the Switch.
Hey, what'd you skip over this one here?
What?
Because you can't read it.
Musinks?
Musinks
for the Switch.
Musinks.
Mario Tennis Aces on June 22nd for the Switch. Luminous Remastered for the PS4 Switch. Everything pretty much on June 22nd. And let's go down here. June 26th. The Crew 2 for the PC, PS4, and Xbox One. I didn't know that was coming out June 26th.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Wonder how much Ubisoft's going to talk about that. That's kind of weird.
Oh, look at
this. A few more weeks.
Yeez.
8.
Yeez, what, 8?
Yeah, Lacrimosa of Donna coming to the Switch.
Boy.
Oh, my.
And then the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy also comes out on the 26th for the other platforms that it hasn't been on yet.
Yeah. Far Cry 3.
What else we got?
Classic Edition.
We got another Vita, Psychedella of the Ashen Hawk.
Man, all kinds of AAAs coming out that Vita.
What names these titles? Like, guys, we need a name for our game. You know what we should call this game, boss? What? What, Tom? Psychedelica of the Ashen Hawk. I like that title. We're going with that one. Let's go.
Run with it.
Go. That'll get people to come back to the Vita.
Yeah, man. Like, what the fuck?
And then Far Cry 3 Classic Edition, also on the 26th.
Standalone. Because right now you can play it. Right now you can play it if you have the season pass for the Far Cry 5.
Oh, can you? Okay.
Yeah, people have already gotten that. So a standalone coming out. Is that game enhanced at all, or like it's just like a re-release?
I think it's just the same game.
I'm sure they'll do something to it.
Yeah, well, I guess.
I don't think they are. I don't think it's remastered at all.
Well, I'm sure Ubisoft will...
360 version.
Yeah, but I'm sure they'll allow PS4, Xbox One, like, hey, what do you guys want to do? 4K, you want to add HDR? Yeah.
Maybe. And June 29th.
There'll be something.
Finally, Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus, is coming to the Switch. Finally. A year later. Was it... Well, when did Wolfenstein release? Last year? The year before?
October?
Was it last year?
No, I think it was the year before.
No, it can't be that long.
No, yeah, it was last year. It was the end of last year.
Fuck? We forget that. It's like one of our most played games, and we loved it and shit. And I totally forgot when the fuck it's coming. When the fuck it came out, like so weird. Wow. Yeah.
That's it. That's it for June.
Seems like 2 years ago now. Like that's how fast time goes by.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, so what are we getting in June? What are we getting here? Hey, how come you didn't mention No Bunga's Ambition?
Or Crash Bandicoot?
No one
cares.
That? No one cares, guys. God, you.
Or Shaq Fu, A Legend Reborn.
Okay. Yeah.
Or Vampire.
Vampire. I've been hearing a little bit about that. I think it's only on PC right now.
No one gives a shit about Vampire.
But everyone cares about Flashback.
Yes.
And fucking the Banner Saga for the Switch.
Yes.
That came, games that came out
new games.
4 years ago.
Switch is an awesome console. It needs games. Have you guys seen the new Assassin's Creed Odyssey trailer?
This says the guy that sold his Switch.
I saw a tweet, but I haven't seen it.
You guys haven't seen the Assassin's Creed Odyssey trailer? I watched it.
Trailer. It was like 2 seconds long. It was
a
like Buddy
teaser.
kicks the other guy off the fucking mountain and it ends.
Ooh, I bet it's a continuation of, like, now the Romans will be fighting. I bet you a continuation of Assassin's Creed Origins. I bet you it's the chick.
Really?
You are Aya, Bayek's wife, in fucking Rome. Fucking shut up. Because that's where she was headed after. Spoilers! That's where she's headed after the game ends.
Yeah.
She leaves Bayek at the end of the game, guys. I don't give a shit. I'm spoiling the fuck out of this now. She leaves Bayek at the end of the game. She leaves him because she's like, I need to go, my love. And he's like, you must go and spread the brotherhood everywhere. We need to build a brotherhood.
Yeah, I'll kind of
spoilers. Spoilers.
They get a divorce.
Spoilers. The origins, like Bayek and Aya are like the first assassins ever. I think they're the ones who create like the creed, right? They're the ones who make it. And so at the end of the game, you have like a creed. You have like people you're training with in your game. When you finish the game, you can continue playing the game, but there's like a hub for assassins in your game. And like, you know, at the end of the game when it finishes, she tells Bayek she has to go with Cleopatra to, I don't know if it was Greece or Rome. She was going somewhere to travel somewhere to do something, and she's like, you need to spread the word of the assassins and keep us in the shadows and don't let the Templars win or some shit, and then it's separated. So I'm fucking almost sure this will probably be a continuation of that. And if it's not, they're fucking stupid. They're dumb. They make it like the continuation of that game. That would be cool.
It'll be weird to have Bayek back in there in this game and just be like, have a run-in with Aya.
Side character.
Just be like, hi, stranger. Yeah, how you doing? Awkward.
Yeah, we were married before and had a child and we loved each other, but now we're just assassins. You know, like,
and just not lovers no more.
We don't love each other no more. We're just killing people together now. Dun dun dun. Yeah.
Martyrs your own way.
The dude does the Spartan kick. Yes, Assassin's Creed, and he kicks the dude off the cliff.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. I'm excited. Assassin's Creed. Excited.
Cool.
I'm just not happy that Ubisoft went back to the yearly thing after Assassin's Creed Origins was a success. That stupid, in my opinion, for them to do. But we'll see. Maybe it'll work out for them again.
Yeah.
But it's like it seems like an EA move to do. Like, oh, we're not gonna have loot boxes this time, guys. 'Cause fuck loot boxes, right? Even though they were the ones who created them. Yeah, fuck those things. Fuck it. We're not going to have that in our game. We don't need no loot boxes in our game. No paid. Even though we're the ones who made everything pay to win. No pay to win anymore. Yeah, fucking stupid ass EA.
Yeah. Wait another year. They'll be back to everybody misses our loot boxes. Back in our game.
The better improved loot box you get to buy now. You know, fucking do that.
We're giving the gamers what they want.
This is what the gaming community asked for. Right here. Loot boxes. We're bringing them back.
We're not sorry for bringing them back either.
It's like Call of Duty when they were doing the reveal for Black Ops 4. They were like, no jetpacks. Fuck the jetpack. You know, like everybody was like, yeah, fuck the jetpacks. Everybody was going crazy. And it's like, you idiots were the ones that jetpacks into the game. You're the ones talking shit about your own game. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that old Call of Duty. This new Call of Duty is better. It's pretty much what they were saying on stage. You know what I mean? Like, fuck the last game. Buy this game. You know, it's like, you guys are contradicting yourselves. But okay. Whatever, dude. It's cool. But,
yeah. That's cool.
Jesus stole all my mods in State of Decay.
Stay.
Steven. Yeah. He gave him to me, fucking liar. He ain't still shit. You gave him to me. Anyways, move on to questions, guys. All right, we're done with the news. Question time. Community questions. Always leave questions in our group. You can go to our Discord, join that, and leave questions there. Email us questions. Whatever. You know how to get a hold of us. Feedback@horriblegamers.com. But head on over to the
Discord. We're on Twitter, Facebook, you name it. And our first question comes from Brian Tulp Jr. He says, what is the craziest you've ever heard of that you had to check was true? Found out it's illegal to disturb church services.
In your state?
Yeah, probably. County, city, you know, like here in, we got 4 governments. So, you know, what's funny is I used to go to this church when I was in Vallejo, and it was like one of those like shopping center / Safeway grocery stores converted into a church. And so while they were working on the church, we would, you know, every week the church was outside of the grocery store in the parking lot, right? They set up chairs and yada, yada. And so we're sitting there having church service, and, you know, and the pastor's just like, it was a Christian church. He's like, okay, let's bow our heads to pray. And the neighbor across the way, like, put his, like, fucking, you know, 14-inch speakers out the window of the thing. And I'm on a highway to hell, right? You know, like, playing that song. And, yeah, everybody just started cracking up. It was hilarious. And the pastor was just like, he goes, I love this album, you know? And, yeah, it was fucking hilarious. So just thought I'd share that. Yeah. But I had no idea. I never actually thought to check if there's a law. So maybe we could have had this guy arrested, guy or girl, or kid. Maybe it was a kid playing Highway to Hell at our Christian church service.
Yeah.
I don't know. Any other crazy laws, Jesus, you've ever heard of?
Not really, no, man. I mean, what I have heard is that, like, I think in Oregon there's a law about windshield wipers. You don't have to have a windshield itself. You can wear goggles and like drive without a windshield.
Really?
But your car must have working windshield wipers. So you can have no windshield and drive your car as long as you're wearing some kind of glasses or something.
Does your goggles have to have windshield goggle washers?
But the car has to have they have to be working windshield wipers on the car for it to be legal. It's fucking bizarre. Yeah.
So if a cop's like rolling you over, right, you can just kick your windshield out and just be like, motherfucker, I'm wearing goggles.
Yeah, pretty much. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird. Like, yeah, there's a few other laws that I've heard about in this state that, like, and one of them, it is illegal to leave your door open on your car. Like, you can't leave the door open. You have to, like, close the door. Like, how is that a law? Like,
good idea.
Like, it's just like common sense. You know what I mean? Like, who the fuck was there a problem at some point where everybody just left their doors open all the time? Makes no fucking sense.
You probably can't sit on top of the vehicle and, you know, ride the trunk.
There's rules like that, yeah.
I don't know. So, yeah. What if I could put 2 seats and take the hood off the trunk and just put 2 seats back there with seatbelts? I guess that would be okay, right?
Maybe.
As long as both my passengers are wearing goggles.
Well,
hey,
as long as they're probably anchored or something, right? Like, the seats will probably have to be anchored
down.
Can
I tie them down with duct tape? Would that be okay?
No, that probably wouldn't be okay. But if, like, they're welded onto the car or something,
Yeah, sure. I would just put the seat on top of the hood of the car, right? Strap them in that way. Not a baby, but just like, adults, of course.
It's weird. Yeah, there's lots of laws now where, like, I don't know. There's weird laws everywhere. If you just look them up, you could find a lot of weird
what was, this one's a non-funny one, but I didn't know. I used to listen to this lawyer guy on the radio and had a caller call in, but I didn't know it was illegal, like in California, this is going back like 10 years ago. This is back when everybody smoked. And, well, I think it's been longer, more like 20 years since you can't really smoke anywhere these days. Cigarettes, restaurants, bars, sidewalks, weird shit like that. Now you can't smoke in apartments or near a fire hydrant. Just crazy, right? But you can't smoke in the car with kids. Not that you should anyway.
Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah, no, you can't do that either.
That was an actual law. Yeah, like a guy got pulled over. He's like, "What's the problem?" He's all, "You're smoking in the car." Yeah, we got kids. That's illegal. So, a lot of people but you can go home to your house and smoke in their bedroom. That's
you can smoke in your house, but you can't smoke in a car with kids. Yeah, that's law in Oregon too. You can't do that.
No idea.
Yeah, we have the same laws up here too.
Yeah.
Smoking in a car with kids. I remember, like, all the time growing up, people, like, adults smoking in the car. I remember that,
Yeah. Like, that's, they didn't know then, right? Like, they didn't realize.
They were dumb back then, guys. They were dumb.
I mean, I don't even smoke. I don't even smoke in the car anymore, like, with Kathy around, and she's just pregnant. So it's, Again, I stopped smoking in here because... Same reason.
Yeah, like I saw a pregnant lady the other day, probably late 20s, and she went in the liquor store and bought a pack of smokes, and she came out, she's like, fuck, trying to get the pack open you got matches, Yeah, it looked like she was probably like 5 months. I've seen that shit all the time, I'm like, jeez,
Who the fuck uses matches anymore?
I think the fact that what I gathered is the fact that she's probably trying to quit or trying to stay from cigarettes being pregnant. Yeah. So she probably threw away the lighters and threw everything away and just couldn't handle it that day and just had to go.
She had a frustrating day or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Needed a cigarette smoke. Yeah.
And I kind of glanced over at her as I'm offloading my truck, and she's looking at me like, what are you looking at?
You're fucking smoking. You should.
Yeah, I'm pregnant. Fuck off.
I'm over there offloading like pallets of liquor and vodka and, like, don't look at this. You don't need this.
Guys, I just saw Jonathan Hall posted a picture on Facebook group, and it's Vanquish and Super Mega Baseball side by side, and like the covers are exactly the same.
Really?
Yeah. Just take a look.
Oh, they're both sliding. Yeah,
they're both sliding.
Yeah. And then it's like, are they gonna sue? Or is fucking Sega gonna sue? Super Mega Baseball, whoever the developer is for that, for having the same cover.
Can't slide in baseball and put that ever.
That was a good one.
Next one for Brian Tulpter. What's the longest you have gone without turning a system on? A console? Maybe a Vita?
Recently, when I went to Mexico. So, 7 days.
Without turning the system on at all? Or like, does he mean like, I don't touch my PS4 for a month or whatever?
No, I think he means just in general. Yeah, because my PS4, holy fuck.
How long?
God of War came out.
Yeah.
You ever just pulled out a console and does this thing still work? Where's the power cord? There it is.
I don't know, man.
Hey, it still works.
Maybe a few years. I don't know.
What?
Yeah, maybe a few years. There was a time where I stopped gaming. No, for like a year, maybe. Yeah. I just stopped gaming. I just not gaming for a year. Like, just stopped. No, not really. I'm lying. I did a game. What the fuck? Like, I don't know. Probably. I could think of like how long. The way I look at the question is, he's talking about like how long have you not turned on a system that you owned, but you just never turned it on, and that's a long time for me. You know what I mean? Because I just own shit and never turn it on. I just leave it there, but then I get rid of it nowadays. So I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, probably my 360 where, yeah, maybe gone,
Like he says, for example,
3 months.
He says a system in general. He says he hasn't turned on his Xbox in 3 weeks. My Switch, dude, I didn't turn that thing on for 4 or 5 months before I sold it.
I mean,
4 months.
my Switch I haven't turned on. Yeah, I haven't turned it on since Mario Odyssey.
Yeah. So, it's a long time. You know what I'm saying?
I think, because there's other times where I had, what was before the Vita? The PSP, right?
Yeah, PSP.
And I would actually play that quite often, and then it would just lead up to, okay, I'm selling it. Or,
Yeah.
and I think when I bought a second one for my kid, and no, we played it all the time up into, okay, let's get rid of these. It was never a point of just put it down for a couple months.
And leave it there, yeah.
Yeah. But see, I have this thing, again with, I like some of my retro stuff, so I will turn on the 360 and play some Guitar Hero.
The 360 in retro, man, it's just last gen.
Yeah. Yeah, but hey, I still have it hooked up. I've got room for it in the living room, so it's there with another Xbox One console.
My 360 is sitting in a bag right behind me.
Sell it, Ryan. Sell it for $10.
I almost got 35 for it, but EB wouldn't. EB, get this. EB Games would not take it in because my controller had a battery pack and I didn't have the original battery cover for the controller.
Yeah, it's not a complete thing. They can just pawn off to the next person.
They were going to give me $35 for it.
What?
Yeah.
Whatever. Next question, Gunny.
Yeah. Next one. Epic Eric Smith. He says, with the success that Sony has exclusive games, do you think Microsoft will try to get some exclusive single-player story-driven games?
Yes.
Yes.
I think
yes.
Here he...
Definitely yes. That's it. That's all we have to say about that, because, it's a yes.
Yes, I would say yes.
They already said that they're
Fables.
trying to do that stuff. So
it'll be a single-player RPG game. Be fine.
I think with the success of Microsoft that Microsoft's had with backwards compatibility and game services such as Game Pass, do you think Sony will have their own similar service for PlayStation 5? No.
Yes, backwards compatibility. Yes.
Think so?
You think? Well, you know what?
Well, no, like Game Pass.
Not Game Pass. If they could somehow, they could try to pivot PS Now to a Game Pass type service, maybe. It's just the fact that the streaming latency is so bad on that like it'll be impossible for them to do it. Like if they own what Microsoft owns with Mixer on our
problem with that, Jesus, is that they spent so much money acquiring Gaikai that they need to make that money back somehow.
But listen,
they can lower the price.
They will never be able to do that. They just won't. They should take it as a loss. They should take it as a loss. And if they would have wanted to do that, they should have bought out Beam Interactive when Beam was making the FTL streaming. They should have bought that. They should have been before Microsoft like, hey, we're buying this. It's going to be more of an investment for us to buy this. We're going to invest more money into our PS Now that's failing. But with this technology, we can bring it to the games and have games stream with like zero latency almost. Slight latency. But it'll be fast enough that you can stream games pretty much, on par, whatever the fuck you're streaming it off of, a server, computer, whatever the fuck you're playing it on. It's just there. It'll work. But they never did that. Their service is shitty because it's a lot of lag there, and they needed something to get rid of that lag. And I don't think they still haven't figured that out. I don't know. I haven't tried it recently, but when I did try it a few years ago, it was bad.
Yeah, but don't you think they should just at least bring that price down? What is it?
They
20?
shouldn't.
They bring it down to $10.
The problem is nobody's signing up to it.
Keep the Gaikai, right? Because they paid an ungodly amount of money for that. Keep it there, right? If they can't figure out how to bring
one thing they could do,
compatible on there.
But like Eric is saying, one thing they could do is totally pivot, like Microsoft has to say, Sony exclusive titles for the PS4 will be available on PS Now. Day one.
I don't see them doing that.
Day one. Available.
I don't see them doing that. They sell way too many. They have way too big of a base. They have way too many people that they can sell those games for $60, dude. They're not going to do that. Microsoft is doing that, trying to pull people to their platform. Sony will not do that. No. I don't think.
Maybe. You never know. I mean, Eric did say for the PS5, I totally see backwards compatibility. You're not going to buy a PS5.
I see backwards compatibility with PS4.
Yeah, you're not going to lose PS4 games. Maybe even PS2 games and PS1 games. They'll be like, it's all there. Fuck it.
PS3 is really hard.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They had their own processor shit.
They had a different processing system. They were doing cell processors and all that shit, and they thought it was going to be the future, and it turned out not to be at all. So,
Yeah, it's only CPUs and everything. Yeah.
Remember the guy, from Sony who's not, I don't even think he's with them anymore, but he was like, why do we need to bring all games to the PlayStation platform? Pretty much means we can't do it. So, yeah, I think with PS5, they're going to have that technology to bring these games back.
It's stupid not to have it, because Microsoft could just release a console and be like, we got the new Xbox, and guess what? All the shit you own on your Xbox One X or Xbox One S or Xbox One or whatever, it's all here too. And that'll be a big selling point for them. They know they have to do that, and they will do it.
Yeah.
They're not dumb. They're going to do it.
These marketplaces from now on have to move forward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it has to be a thing.
Especially with digital purchases, they can't be Nintendo and lock you to the past. Resell you the past.
If they're not going to let you sell your digital purchases, they at least need to fucking push them forward.
Yeah, bring them with you.
I see that happening. I see being able to play PlayStation 4 games on PlayStation 5 whenever it comes out. And the thing is now everyone's on this whole, PlayStation 5 is coming. Guys, it's not coming. You got 2 to 3 fucking years before that's going to hit shelves.
Yeah, I
2 to 3
totally agree. I think they'll announce it at 2020, tease it, and it'll be out by 2021. I think that's what I'm thinking. I don't think it'll even be out by 2020. I think it'll be out fall.
I say
2021.
I say 2020 fall at earliest. But I agree with you, Jesus. I'm thinking it's even further than that.
Yeah,
but if they're doing so well with push right for it, then I think 2020 fall would be a good time. But I still see it being later than that even. I say 3 years. I say 3 more years of PlayStation 4 before you're going to see anything else.
2021.
And then by that time, Xbox is going to be in the same, they're both going to come out around the same time, I think.
I think they're both going to be shooting for that time frame of 2021, because I think Microsoft knows they cannot wait a year, even with the Xbox One X being powerful and everything. They cannot be outpowered, and they cannot let Sony come out first, because even if they get a year head start, that's it for Microsoft. They're fucking done. They're not going to be able to catch up.
You look at the PS3. It came out a year after the Xbox 360.
And way, double the price.
And was super expensive, right?
Yeah.
So, and they didn't catch up until the end. It was the very end. And this whole console generation seems to flip-flop. Now Xbox is behind. And I bet you by the end of this console generation, Xbox is going to catch up with PS4, and then they're going to release new consoles. Mm-hmm. It's like this really weird flip-flop that happened.
Yeah, and I hope that Sony sticks with their low consoles. I think at this point they figured out that $400 is the sweet point. It is.
Yes. Yeah.
It's the sweet point for the console, and I even think with the PS5 being as powerful as it will be, as advanced as it will be, it'll release at $399.99. They'll take that loss. They'll take that loss for that first year on manufacturing it.
They have to.
But it's the sweet point for consoles. They figured that out with the PS4 Pro and with the PS4 itself. And I think Microsoft is going to realize that by then, and they're going to release their console at the same price. They're not going to release.
So?
They're not going to do.
They're not going to go $100 more.
They're not going to go the $500 this time. They're going to be like, we have listened. We've seen what the community wants or what the gaming community needs. We believe in you. $399.99. Boom. And it's going to be crazy competition, but I think it'll be good for both to release at that price.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, I think we already answered John Jerome's question, but said with Sony looking to start PlayStation 5, that Microsoft is in a strange position. Do they have to release a new console just because Sony does? Seems they have to just go head-to-head again with the One X. Still has some life left in it.
Both these consoles still have a lot of life.
Yeah.
I mean, and when you think about it, these developers have not even pushed these consoles to the max yet.
PS4 Pro
not
or the Xbox
even
One X.
Fucking both.
Yeah.
Not even close. I guarantee it. And that's why I still think there's at least another 3 years left in this generation before we move on.
Yeah.
There's too much for them for the developers need to learn and figure out about these consoles. I think they can push them a lot further than they have been.
I think 2020 will be the first year that we see a game be announced where the publisher says it's only available on the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro. It's not going to be available on the standard consoles.
Now here's a thing for you. Do you think that when these next generation consoles do like you're saying, when these next generation consoles do come out, do you think they do still make the game a lower version for the X and the Pro?
They did it with Xbox 360 and Xbox One.
For a bit.
You remember with Forza where they said no raindrops in the 360
they're not going to do it like right now where everything that the Xbox sells has to work on everything. They're going to be like, no, it has to work only with the Xbox One X and maybe for a year or 2 or 3. And then we're just going to slowly phase them out. Like developers will figure out ways. That's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah. Like there'll be a split where it's like, Battlefield 6 comes out on PlayStation 5 and Xbox whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But you can also buy the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 Pro version.
Yeah.
Totally.
I totally see that, and I even see cross-play for a bit.
But the new console versions are 8K enhanced.
Yeah. But I even see like cross-play coming into play with that or something where they're like, the new consoles will be able to play with the old consoles too,
The new consoles will run at 240 frames per second.
Exactly. That'll be it. Yeah. It'll be something like stupid like that where like that's the
old console will be like, how do I keep dying? I got the beat on them.
Oh, this guy's get a new Xbox 2. Xbox One Plus. What are they going to call the new Xbox? Who knows?
Xbox One X Plus.
I think they're just going to go back to Xbox. I honestly think that the next console should just be called Xbox. What is this?
They're going to totally screw the original Xbox.
Xbox.
It can't be called Xbox One. Can't be called just Xbox. What do we call the original Xbox now?
Old shit.
Original Xbox.
Yeah, original Xbox. This is called the Xbox or Xbox. That's what they'll go with. But PS5 is still PS5.
Next one. David Snyder says the PvP in Ghost Recon Wildlands is the best competitive game mode out there. Do you guys agree?
Nope.
Dave,
have you played Rainbow Six Siege, buddy?
You're right, because I was going to say, Dave, how could I say that game's better? I would say it's more popular.
At the moment, it will never ever be a Rainbow Six Siege clone.
More popular than Siege?
It will never. It will never. It will never be a Siege mode.
More competitive, Dave. I'm gonna have to say sorry. Not because I play that game better, but just from watching Twitch streams. But I agree. It's definitely competitive. I think if you got teams on there, and they do have ranked matches, and I think you got to be like level 25 or 35 or some shit to unlock that in Wildlands. So, yeah, it's a good game.
So it's something that I'll never play?
Yeah. Well, I've seen streamers that play the shit out of that game. Siege. I'm talking about Siege now.
Oh, Siege. Yeah.
They play the hell out of it, right? And it's just the whole thing is toxic. Everything's toxic. All the comments, and people playing it, and so a lot of people just go back to casual. Yeah. Just casual ass matches with their friends, having fun, But I think I think Ubisoft threw this in there for a lot of that competitive edge that people don't care. That's what they want. They want ranked matches. They want to show people that they're the best.
Go play Rainbow Six Siege, man. Rainbow Six Siege is not an easy game. I get killed all the fucking time in that game. There's people that are really good. Like, every time I play that game, no match is the same because people are doing new shit all the time. Like, the other day I was playing, dude. We were defending an area. These fucking guys, you know, it's like a 3 or 4 story building. These fucking dudes that were supposed to attack us and kill us, when instead of like, you know, coming through the doors or wherever the fuck they were supposed to come through, one of them stayed at the window sniping into us, like had us pinned down at the door, while the rest of the team, one went to the other side of the door. He was watching that door, killing, like pinning us in the room, while the 3 other guys went to the other floor above us and were shooting into the fucking like the room we were in from the ceiling of the room. Like they were just like, we were like, what the fuck is going on? You know, they were just throwing grenades down there, blowing like the fucking wood panels off. You know, and they're just shooting into the room, and we're like, it's like shooting fish in a barrel because we were stuck in there. You know, we couldn't leave. We were pinned down. They're fucking crazy. And every time I play the game, I see somebody do something new, and I'm like, I'm gonna do that next time. I'm gonna do that one time. I'm gonna do that next time. You know, like if I ever play a match with somebody else against this in this map, I know how to do that now because you're just watching these people do crazy shit. It's crazy.
Yeah. Alan Maybe says he's got a couple questions about this game.
Okay.
So since most of us agree, that Ghost Wars 4 in Wildlands is the best PvP shooter, and the community isn't getting bigger and bigger with this game, with little advertisement and talk about Year 2 edition of maps, new modes. Well, maybe that wasn't a question. You know what? Let me ask his original question here. It says, it talks about Ghost Recon Wildlands, Ghost Wars 4v4 PvP is an amazing game. Not many people talk about it, but the game is amazing and beautiful. It is beautiful. Man, it looks great on the Xbox One X, I agree. And the actual gameplay is great and rewarding. The game is not easy, so I totally understand why Jesus and others are afraid to try it, since the game requires actual skills.
Okay.
He's on you, Jesus.
Let me tell you something. First of all, I'm not afraid to try it. And if I played this game, I'd probably destroy you at it. Just be real. Being honest. I'm being honest. This is some real facts here. I'm dropping knowledge here. Like, fact of the matter is, I'm probably better at shooters than you are, Alan. Just being honest. I play a lot more than you do. And I would totally play against you 1v1 on Siege. If I owned Ghost Recon, I would totally probably destroy you at it. I'm just saying. You know, if you think you're that tactical, if you think I'll play against you in Titanfall, I'll play in Siege, I'll play against you in Call of Duty. Pick a game, pick a mode, let's play. As long as I have the game, I'll play it. I'm not going to buy Ghost Recon. The thing about Ghost Recon, and the reason I didn't buy it was because when it launched, I never bought it. I didn't like the beta. Completely turned me off for the game. Didn't like the setting. Like I said, I was looking forward to a Ghost Recon that was more military tactic, like a military shooter.
I hated it.
And I hated the bit. Yeah, me and Brink played it together, and we were like, this is shit. Why the fuck did they not make a new Ghost Recon?
I've tried to play it with
Future Soldier.
I've tried to play it with Gunny. I've tried to play it with just by myself.
It's not a Ghost Recon game. I was
just like, I don't like this game at all.
It's a game that has the Ghost Recon name just to have the Ghost Recon name. It's not a Ghost Recon game. It's like a Division. They should have called it the Division Jungle Edition. That's what they should have called it, because that's what it is, really. Like,
I think this game really shines with just the regular, standard edition. It's great for single player, very big open world.
The single player was shit, dude. The beta was shit. And then
it was okay. It wasn't bad.
It was shit. It was bad.
The whole game was shit too.
No,
and even playing it, I did play the 5 hours of the trial that I had. And I thought, okay, this is kind of cool. But, even after playing that, I was like, this is like the Division / now they added cars. And, they kind of, mixed the Division with Far Cry. They made the map huge. They added cars and shit to it. And it's not a Ghost Recon game. It's not, in my opinion, I don't feel like Ghost Recon Wildlands is a Ghost Recon game. If Tom Clancy was alive and he saw this shit, he'd be like, what the fuck are you doing to my name? You know what I mean? You're like, what the fuck is going on?
Okay, so it's not a linear experience.
Fucking rolling over in his grave.
He probably is right now. Tom Clancy's rolling over in his grave because this bullshit-ass game has his name on it. It's Ghost Recon name. It's just not Ghost Recon. Call it Jungle Shooter Warfare Columbia Edition or wherever the fuck it is.
Bolivia,
whatever. Same shit. I'm just saying, it's not a Ghost Recon
not a bad
game.
It's good. I think it's fine as a single player. Yeah, you could team up with 4 others and do the same exact thing. Yeah, I never finished it. It's a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot to do in the game. Yeah, it's a lot of the same thing, but in different areas of that huge Bolivia map. Hey, I wanted to read Alan's question here, or go ahead and read his question. He had more to say on this game. But one of my favorite things about the game is seasons. Should more games adapt the idea of adding seasons to games for half the price or less instead of releasing games every year with not much changes such as Call of Duty and similar games? Also, I want to thank Gunny for once again teaming up with me and Snyder, Amar, and myself in some exciting games, wins and losses. The game is truly amazing and competitive in a good hope everyone is enjoying the weekend. Have a great day, and maybe some of you get a chance to challenge me and my team in Ghost Recon Wildlands and get your heads blown off by my crossbow. Oh, the crossbow was pretty fun, man. You got to watch some of that. That was pretty cool. Because you can view, your teammate once you die, just like in Siege, So I didn't know. It's hard to tell when you're actually shooting the crossbow, but it's quiet. So the drone can be out. You can have this crossbow, and it's funny watching the enemy like just scurry around and run around in a ghillie suit, because they can't see you. It's hilarious. So yeah, I'll be getting the crossbow, Alan. I got to get that next. Yeah,
I agree with that. I think seasons are a good thing. I think that Ubisoft has realized that, obviously, because of Rainbow Six Siege, the better shooter than Ghost Recon. They obviously realize seasons work, and seasons are the way to do it. But one thing that Siege is suffering from is Grex. The game looks okay. It looks good. It looked good at the time when it released in 2015. It's starting to feel dated. It really is.
It looks fine.
No, it doesn't.
It looks fine.
No,
there's nothing wrong with graphics on that game.
It doesn't look fine.
What else are you gonna do?
There's times where I was playing it the other day and I was like, this looks kind of shitty. And then even like during the animations, at the end of the match, they show the 5 people standing, whoever the team was that was winning. And that looked like shit. I was like, this is ugly. This is ugly. It's not even in 4K.
Really?
The Xbox One X. It's not in 4K. It's not in HDR. They need to like bump that shit up, dude. Release a patch for that shit to enhance it for the new consoles. Like,
yeah,
what the fuck are they doing? It looks like shit. It's not even running in 4K on the Xbox One X. It's not.
Well, Wildlands is.
That's my point. Like, Wildlands looks good, but if they were to release a patch for Rainbow Six Siege that was a 4K enhancement, HDR, and all that bullshit visual enhancement era, performance improvements, the game would look as good as Ghost Recon Wildlands, and it would be a better game than Ghost Recon Wildlands because it is a better game than Ghost Recon Wildlands. It is. Just is.
Yeah, I hope there's more excitement for Wildlands in the 4v4 and they add more things to it to bring in more people. Maybe we can get an 8v8 or... but I think there is that good, nice, sweet spot. With the size of the maps in this game, I think it is perfect for 4v4. So, yeah, seasons, I think they're a great thing. Bring in, you can actually bring in, Jesus, in Wildlands, you can bring in players from Siege, which is cool.
Do I have to pay for them?
And you get a Winter Soldier skin, which is pretty neat.
Wait. I get a Winter Soldier for my skin? Siege? Or?
In Wildlands. Yes, and you can bring Siege
Isn't it in the
operators
fucking... Why would I want a Winter Soldier skin? Isn't it in the fucking jungle, desert?
That's true.
Why the fuck would I want a Winter skin?
You know what? So maybe that's for a future Winterland snow season.
I don't...
You're right, because everybody's using the same backpack. And
like, what the fuck?
Camouflage. And if you're wearing a ghillie suit, why would you want to wear a
fucking white outfit? I'm going to wear a white outfit in the jungle, guys. Hopefully you don't spot me. I'll stand next to this wall here, and hopefully you don't fucking see me when you run by me. Like, what the fuck, dude? Makes no sense, Gunny. Makes no sense.
I think this is a lot of wishful, hopeful thinking on, Alan and David's part that, this game becomes popular. So,
no.
But I think there needs to be more to it.
It'll continue being good. I think the multiplayer will hold up for a while, but I don't think it'll ever reach Rainbow Six Siege status where 3 years down
we would need
the road.
Twitch streamer and more hype for this.
Totally.
For sure.
Yeah. Agreed.
But I think that's all we had for questions.
Awesome. That's it, guys. Well, that's it for questions. That's it for news. That's it for the show. Real quick to our closings, and we'll be out of here. If you can always join the Facebook community, Horrible Gamers Podcast community on Facebook. Join it. We go live. We post in there when we're live. You can watch us there. You can go to Twitter. Follow us on Twitter @_HorribleGamers. Leave us a review on iTunes if you like the show. If you don't care, let us know. Feedback@horriblegamers.com is our email address. You can email us questions that you have for us, suggestions for the show, all that good stuff. We take it into consideration. Believe me, we really do. And shout out to our Patreons this week. Patreon.com/HorribleGamers. You guys are awesome. Thank you for keeping the lights on over here and keeping the show going. And big shout out to our music composers, Fowler and Twistex, and Broke for Free. Night Owl is their song for the outro. You're going to hear it right now. You're probably starting to hear it anytime now. You can find me on Xbox Live, gamertag Jesus Walks a Lot, and I'll be playing more State of Decay. I want to try to finish the Plague Hearts in the Valley and start a new game plus.
Yes.
I think that sounds interesting. I'll be playing some real shooting game like Rainbow Six Siege probably this week. If Alan, the challenge is out there, man. If you want to play me 1v1, I'll play you.
I want to say, I think what we should do.
This has to be streamed. It has to be
streamed. I think we'll get witnesses, and what we'll do, here's what we're going to do, guys. It's going to be, what is it, 5v5, basically in Siege? That's what it is, right? 5v5? So
yeah.
You can do 1v1, though.
You could do private matches, yes.
Private match 1v1.
Okay, because I was going to say, they'll just be, maybe 8 of us will just kill ourselves off, and then it'll be 1v1.
This is what we'll do in Siege, Alan, if you want to play. I know he has the game. We'll do 1v1, recruit, with the class we have to pick, recruit, because he has no abilities, right? None of that bullshit abilities.
Yeah.
And we'll pick the same loadout, and I'll pick a map and you pick a map, and we'll play on both maps. And then we'll have a third party pick another map randomly.
Me and Gunny will pick the third map if
randomly,
need be.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll be the
and we'll
party.
see if it's a tie by the end of the 2 matches.
Or you know what? Wait. That's not fair.
Okay.
Because then we could be biased towards you. I know we wouldn't, but he could say that we were biased towards you. So maybe Gunny and someone of his choosing will pick another.
Gunny and his brother, or Snyder, or somebody can pick. Oh, Snyder could be on.
So
my side, right?
What would it be? A best out of 5?
Best out of 5 or something. If I win the first match, okay, the first 2 maps, he picks one, I pick one.
Best 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3. Okay, yeah. So 2 out of 3.
But if we're
Alan
tied,
wins, you have to buy Wildlands.
Okay, and if I win.
I don't know.
He has to buy me Wildlands.
There you go, Alan. You have to buy a Wildlands, and then we continue this. Through 4v4 through Ghost Wars.
Oh, that's like me asking you to play me in FIFA. No, because you're talking all this shit about how I'm scared of playing a real shooter, and you're so tactical on Ghost Recon. You should be tactical enough to play Rainbow Six Siege.
He has the game.
How are you talking shit? I'm not talking shit about you in FIFA, Alan. You whoop my ass in FIFA. That's what I'm saying. You were talking shit to me about shooter games. How I'm not good at them. I'll tell you, I'm good at them. I'm better than you at them. I'm challenging you to play me on Rainbow Six Siege. Because you're saying that I don't have any skills because I don't play Ghost Recon. And I'm telling you, I do have skills because I can probably beat you at Ghost Recon, and I could probably beat you at Siege.
Gunny, where can they find you?
Come at me, bro.
Find me on Steam. Xbox Live, I already said that. Gunny Chief, add me on.
And you can find me. You can find me on Steam, PSN, and Xbox Live under Gib8777.
He says,
"What does Gidget say?"
He wants to play me in Paladins now. Fucking Paladins, really? Paladins? Let's play Overwatch. Let's go, Alan. Come on, Alan.
What does Gidget say?
You motherfucker, you.
Gidget says, peace out, Brussels sprouts. We'll see you on the next episode of the Horrible Gamers Podcast.
Yeah. Fuck you, Alan. Come at me, bro.
Bye, everybody. Clean your controllers. Go to bed.
I'll eat Chinese food while I play you in Siege. Come at me, bro.
With chopsticks.
Yeah.
Chopsticks controller.
Show's still going. Show isn't over. This is the shit talking section of the show. Fuck you, Alan. Come at me, bro.
Hey, guys.
Oh, he said fine. We'll play Overwatch. Okay, Overwatch. Overwatch it is.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
We're coming. Overwatch. All right. You're going to get your ass kicked in Overwatch. We'll see how you like it. We have to pick the same character.
You can't.
You can't? Can you? Well, yeah.
Similar. How about a similar?
Oh, yeah. I guess if you're on the same team, you can't pick the same character.
Well, yeah, but we won't be on the same team. We'll be 1v1 private match. So.
Can you 1v1 in Overwatch?
Well, there's private matches, custom matches, I think. So, yeah. I'm sure we can. We'll both pick like a class, and then we'll see who's better. You pick one map. I'll pick one map. You, Gunny, and whoever's on your side will have to vote together to pick a map. And Gunny, don't be a fucking... I don't want Gunny representing me. I want Ryan representing me. Ryan will not be a pushover. Gunny will just be like, okay, yeah, that map sounds good.
I know. You've seen a lot of collusion with me playing with
Alan. I have no idea about any of the Overwatch.
Right, yeah.
Oh, fuck. I need someone who's good at... Evan to knock out my Overwatch button.
There you go. Alan's in the chat. Or, yeah, Evan's in there.
Evan,
guys. Bye.
Bye. Shit.
Start your recording.
The recording has started.
Ooh, start your recording now.
I'm getting in the zone.
You must start recording now. Now you record. Start.
In the zone.
Ooh.
Where are we? What are we doing?
Record show now. Record show.
Recording
now.
The Horrible Gamers Podcast.
It's a podcast. Oh, it's a podcast. You're gonna listen to it because it's a podcast. Everybody come and watch the show.
Trying to get the right tone here.
I hate to just sound like this on the show. Just talk like this the entire night.
It's okay, Gunny.
I know, but don't be as monotone.
You should just do the whole show that way.
That would get more listeners.
I think everyone would really like it if we did the entire podcast like this.
They just said we're two wild and crazy guys. You need to down.
Hey guys, welcome to the Horrible Gamers Podcast.
Yeah! Excited!
I have Jesus and Gunny with me, and we're going to talk about video games.
Okay, I played
Let's get this started, guys.
You played
Gunny.
Video games. I played video games. Wait, you played video games. Let me tell you what I was playing today.
We all played video games. And then we stopped playing the video games.
We like video games.
We do. It's our hobby. We have fun playing video games. Jesus, do you like to play video games?
Yes.
That's great.
Can we talk about board games?
What the fuck's going on right now, guys?
This is the show. We're going to do the entire show like this.
We're trying a new format.
I'm going to be the host this week, Jesus. Welcome to the Horrible Gamers Podcast. Episode number 206.
Ryan, tone it
yes,
down a bit. Tone it down. No, watch
Am
your
I getting too excited? I'm sorry, Gunny. You're fired, Gunny. You're fired. Guys,
I'm
this
fired
is Gunny's last show.
Yeah. Gunny's last show.
We need a replacement for next week.
Wait a minute. No, I'll be on.
We need people to come and do the E3 stuff with us because Gunny's not going to be here.
I'll be here next Saturday.
No, you won't be here. He won't be here.
Actually, I'll be here for both shows. I just won't be here for E3. I'll be doing the Far Cry 5.
E3 is more important. Yeah.
E3 is next week, Gunny.
Right, so when the Xbox show starts, I'll be I'll be headed to Montana.
You won't be here. You're fired. You won't be here. It doesn't matter. No one cares.
I'll be in the chat.
No, we're gonna ban you from the chat. You're not in there either.
I get permaban.
Blocked.
Gunny, you're gonna have to go suck up to Wing. Maybe you can get on TXL.
You know what? That's it. I'm moving over.
Ryan, you need to stop leaving me alone with Gunny on this. He sucks at
I know. I was watching you.
He sucks at interacting with the audience. It's fucking boring.
Yeah.
Probably all the audience is probably gone by now.
No,
Chris
we got
still
6
here.
people.
Jesus Christ!
We got Chris. We got John Jerome.
I'm impressed that the people actually sat through Gunny's bullshit for the last 10 minutes. I would have left. I would have been like, "Fuck this lame shit. I'm leaving."
What the fuck? You're the one that fucking muted yourself.
Well, I did because I fucking don't want to talk. I'm reading the news.
Yeah, every time you asked me to go join State of Decay, I was like, fucking...
Fuck you, Gunny. You're a fucking asshole. I would see you playing, and then you would fucking ignore my invites, you dick.
You know what? So when I was playing, I wasn't even on Facebook.
You're lying.
The other thing too is, Jesus,
I would invite you. I would be like, Gunny, send party invites. Send party invites.
You know why I didn't see it?
Oh, yeah.
I'm on PC.
Playing on PC.
Yeah.
Stupid excuses.